After each of you undertakes your individual tasks, heading out, much like the members of Angel Incorporated at the end of Angel, deal with your specific tasks. You all complete them, save for Wesley, that dumb fuck.
That's fair.
You might not know it, but I like Angel. So you all.
What an amazing reference.
Why, you don't like Angel? Well, fuck you.
Are we talking about Angel from Buffy?
Yeah.
His show.
Oh,
Although
Angel.
the Angel from Angel mostly, because I was talking about the
Angel
end of
from
Angel.
the show Angel.
Angel is the better show.
I like Angel. I like Angel better than Buffy, but
Because it's got the Muppets episode, and it's the best.
but you
Amazing.
return back to Magden's stand. Obviously, you know Aruna. You and Reed and the like battle mages. You're able to basically apparate back. You know, teleport away. As Bismarck sort of attacks you. Karakwa, you're able to tree stride alongside the druids, as well as, you know, Aruna's family. God, why do I keep wanting to call one of them Kalis? Fucking Star Trek.
The
That's
Roman name
pretty
for
close.
Uranus?
It's like Badar and like Ruka. I forget what their name is. I got it in the NPCs.
What?
Connor, it's pronounced Uranus.
Sure.
Oh, allies. That. Badar and Ilke able to go with you. Like I said, Eckhart's able to retreat away. The Grand Masters, everyone's able to get away. Alec Cool and Klaus are able to stealth back alongside Siegfried, but unfortunately most of the Bloodstone Brotherhood was lost in the storm. But the important people got back, you know.
The gay icons.
The Iron Trove sort of limps back. It has been severely damaged and it lists heavily to one side, as you can see it as it pulls into the docks up at Magden's stand. There's like boxes and crates that keep sliding off the edge, as the crew awkwardly is on one entire side of the ship, trying to keep it from bowling over. It's roughly held in place by a massive ancient bronze dragon, because Burnesh has transformed into his draconic form and is basically using his own body weight as like a counterweight to keep the ship from fucking keeling over. It's been through the ringer. But they've returned alive, although Ito and Venta were heavily injured. They are roughly bandaged whenever that you arrive at Magden's stand. And you have little time to commiserate or talk before the first inklings of troops falling back from the pass reach your ears. It seems that while they were victorious in their initial fights at the pass, holding them in place, the King of Black Everfrost took to the field, and he fucked shit up. Whenever you see Adelaide and Henley and Gen return, they've suffered some wounds. Particularly Adelaide got beat up pretty badly. She limps slightly. Her hair is matted with blood, as there looks like there was a cut across her face. She holds the sword weakly in her hand. The blade itself was already ragged, but it is burnt and sort of slightly bent from the power of a divine smite that she brought out on one of the Knights of Black Rime. She dealt like 70 points of damage in one attack. Just a boom! It's pretty sweet. Henley is there. He's suffered some wounds as well. He's got some cuts and abrasions. There is an air of... There's a dour air. Well, there's a dour air in the air. There's a dour feeling in the air. The skies are clouded over and the storms are beginning to swirl even more heavily. Blizzards begin to lash Magnan Stand, and while the pass itself, well, you know what? You can all sort of briefly talk to each other about what happened. As you are able to go, there is still food left over. There is still serving to be done. Iskelion is there, serving out food. As well, and Eckhart quickly takes to helping him, as he is able to... When else are you going to learn the exotic fare of not just Bayaz Kumlahar, but also, you know, a fucking dragon? Aruna, your brother and, like, sister are there. It's, pretty wild. You're able to now do some role-playing until Beaver gets here.
They were a great help at the awakening of the tree. Aruna.
I just look at my brother and I give him a thumbs up. Does he smile at me or anything?
He goes like this.
He just kind of he just sort of furrows his brow slightly, but he does nod his head.
Okay.
As he says, "I can't very well maintain this family if the entire empire falls. Now, can I?"
Family. Yeah. Yep. That's a valid point.
And he does frown. He says, "Besides, I suppose you are part of the family."
Family.
And unfortunately, it seems members of our family are growing in too short supply. You can't very well have another one fall. I could hardly allow it.
He's matured in the past 5 minutes, bastard.
But he does sort of frown.
He had character growth.
Yeah, I mean that was a better, answer than I expected. So how's everybody doing?
You feel a pull on your arm as all of a sudden a beautiful battle mage sort of wraps her arm around you and says, "So is this your family?"
You can certainly go talk to them if you want. But yes.
What, you're not going to introduce me? Doesn't that seem a little bit rude?
They're... How do I put this? You could not be ruder than they are.
Well, I can't wait to tell them about all the... I can't wait to tell them about all the fun that we've had together.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's this talking? I missed the name.
It's Delilah.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Hey there, Delilah.
On the eve of us potentially dying in a horrific combat scenario, this is exactly what I wanted to happen.
I mean, I might be part of the family too, right? As she sort of winks at you.
God, is Quincy here too? He's gonna be fucking jumping my bones too.
Good old Quincy.
Good old
Too bad
Quincy,
too bad he's a dwarf man.
That's true.
But she goes and introduces herself, and you can see almost immediately she sort of is very open and overly friendly. And you can see Badar and Ilke are just kind of like, they don't seem happy about it, but they don't tell her to run off. Overwhelmed is how they seem. They seem overwhelmed.
Yeah, that may take the heat off of me, though.
Alright. Meanwhile...
miles away in Washington.
Every time.
Who else
Someone get...
wants to do a little bit of role-playing while we,
I want to hear an intimate sex scene between Rick and Khan before the battle.
I
was gonna ask, do we all basically know exactly how everyone's
Not really. Not completely.
is
Me and Ito failed to secure the bay, the beach.
grim news?
We
Why is-
we did secure the bay, and I point to Adelaide.
why is my token like 1 degree crooked?
Fix them.
What the fuck?
Fix
No! Thank you.
All the hands
Oh my
touching
God.
Ito's face.
No, make it 1 degree, cook it again. There we go.
Okay. Anyway, yes, we did fail the beachhead. I also could use some further healing.
You're a paladin, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're lost, your spells.
Yeah.
You're a paladin and a bard.
Yourself. God damn.
The whole point was that you will have to use some resources, maybe, from the
I mean,
fights. That was the
If
kind of
there's
the point.
anyone else that is wounded still, I could invoke healing here.
It's
I think
it's
just
literally
me.
no.
I'm-
Reed and Venter are
almost-
both missing like
A smidgen.
a health.
Very minor.
Seriously?
I didn't use all of my healing dice, and it didn't save how many I had already used. So
I'm turning
Well, then-
everybody upside down.
I mean, Lou, you could
No.
just use like 2 hit dice, and you
He's a
probably
madman.
This is the
Yeah,
short
no,
rest
but-
that you can use them if you want.
Yeah.
Gonna do.
I mean, if Venta and
I mean, I wasn't even
used
that hurt
all of my
before
hit
anyway. I
dice.
used like 8 or 9 maybe.
just
also
use them.
Klaus definitely hadn't used any yet, and could just be full health. Colin.
Yeah, I don't think Klaus took more than like a little bit of damage anyway.
he
so
really didn't.
He took
You
like
could just max.
10 points of damage.
Yeah, I would just max him out.
Lou, there's no reason not to use them because we have 2 boss fights.
Well,
to
no,
do.
he just
I just
said
don't know
that-
how many I was technically supposed to have left.
Oh.
Connor, I was healing you because I was in the
Oh.
middle. So
I mean,
don't
if
use
you
your
if
stuff.
you only had a little bit left, just make yourself full.
Yeah,
Okay,
but I was
'cause
gonna
yeah.
go to Itos if your wounds are still grave, and I rolled this right here. You can restore 25 hit. There should be an extra amount in there. There should be an extra D8 in there. Hold on.
Alright, dogs
you
are
go.
barking again. I'm gonna go check that out.
That's 2s and 7s. What the fuck?
Alright, so 142 out of. Okay. I
So
feel better
you
about
restored
that.
an extra 30.
Let me fix my spell slot.
That's pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, that's a good roll.
All right.
What did I use? A 5th level?
You are able to
Says
you know,
it's like,
further you're able to go over how things went. Unfortunately, the battle did not go well to establish Beachhead. It was a difficult task. It was one that wasn't defensive, it was offensive. So, it's not easy.
Klaus and I
You win some, you lose some.
pretty handily took out the siege giant or giants.
Indeed.
Excellent to hear. I'm sure everyone here will be pleased to know that
There will be a swarm of stones the entire fight.
There's not gonna be
Because
a
I'm pretty
Fantastic.
thrilled about that actually.
Fantastic.
there's not gonna be a
That's not
meteor
bad.
swarm cast every turn.
That's pretty stellar.
Yes,
that sounds poggers. Thank you.
it is actually pretty poggers.
I don't know. It wasn't a meteor swarm. It was half of the damage of a meteor swarm.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
That doesn't make it any better.
Every turn.
I'm suddenly not too concerned about failing the beachhead as long as we got rid of that shit.
That's-
Yeah, that's what I thought in the end too. I was like, that's not that
It
bad.
was only 20d6 damage every turn.
I mean, no flying enemies, no hurling boulders. That's a marked improvement.
That's true. All right. But you can see Adelaide is a little bit upset with herself. She sort of shakes her head and says, I should have stayed and fought. We could have ended it right there, Henley. I shouldn't have retreated.
No, we really couldn't have. Gen was scared. I don't think you being there would have changed anything.
Indeed.
Adelaide, I feel like it's probably best that we regroup for fights of that degree.
We did hurt him. He took
Yeah.
damage.
He did take
Throwing
damage,
your-
and not only that, he doesn't get to heal that damage. So that's damage that doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't have hit dice. Dragon don't have hit dice. Get fucked.
It's not the
No,
dragon.
The
What-
king.
yeah.
He fought the king, not the dragon, not the wizard, the king guy.
I was getting my name mixed up.
Let
Sorry.
not let
yeah.
not this slight be against your morale. For if you were to throw your life away, to continue battling him, there would be no one left to lead now, and this could be even greater there. Take heart in knowing that there's still better that can be done yet, with you alive.
Yeah, you being alive is pretty poggers.
Thanks.
It's pretty nice, isn't it? All right. So one thing for sure.
No, I jump off the dragon.
Elbow
As-
drop from the top.
As you talk, Askelion is going to
Hero's Feast.
Hero's Feast. He prepares a Hero's Feast for you.
On top of the dragon's head. Rad.
No, we're fucking at the Magden's stand.
You're at Magden's
We're
stand
not on
right
the
now.
Dragon, you
We're
dummy.
on the dragon's head.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
I'm on the Hydra's back.
The head is the Hero's Feast, so start eating.
That comes out soon, Max.
Which
I'm
head,
all
though?
excited.
All that fish.
Oh no,
What comes out soon?
Dragon's Dogma 2. But Tommy said, "Which head are we eating on?" And I said, "Oh no."
That's Cody, that's from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh shit! I'm thinking of Hop. I'm thinking of. There's something that's similar in Dragon's Dogma that I
Hero's
was thinking
Feast.
of. I fucked up. Where is Hero's Feast? I want to eat.
Hero's
Hungry.
Feast.
Hero's
you-
Feast.
Hero's
creatures,
Feast.
you're all cured of disease, poison, become immune to poison, and being
And
frightened.
you're more importantly, you're immune to being frightened.
And makes all wisdom
Oh,
saving
shit.
throws with advantage. It also has a hit point maximum increased by 2d10. It gains the number of hit points.
Do we all roll that separately, or does it one roll that everyone gets?
I'll roll one roll and everyone can gain it.
I don't
Yeah,
roll
I think
double
that's-
ones.
Is it temp HP or added to our
It's
maximum?
maximum,
Max.
so it's 11 maximum hit points.
And you gain that amount too, correct?
Yes.
So,
Yes,
You did.
Hell yeah.
you get 11, so better than average.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, there was a solution to the king's fear because
I'm glad I phoned in the fucking catering.
Henley found out that it was bad. Like
You
with-
laugh. I
The-
literally phoned it in.
The combined Flaming Amy's Bodogo's catering coming in hot.
like literally
Yeah.
like everybody would be, or most of the party would be trying to roll crits to stop his fear if it didn't
Jesus.
work.
Oh, I love
Huh.
fear.
You're fucking welcome.
Thanks.
Hashtag bug catering.
Are you
Yeah.
rolled it through Connor.
A Skeleton goes to Alec
He's
Cool and be
more-
like, I'm gonna need some reimbursement one after this is done for that 1,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, okay.
Like, fuck
just-
it. He's gonna she's gonna be a hero. Fuck it.
I
Yeah.
just
She throws the money at him.
here.
Hey, this
Yeah,
is-
like
we got plenty.
yeah, everybody pitching a little gold. I don't know, throw some amount at him. I mean, that's enough.
A Skeleton presents each of you. It's almost ritualistic in a way. You would think the Hero's Feast itself would be massive and huge, but in this case, it's simple and straightforward. A beautifully gem-encrusted bowl filled with a sort of
Original.
yeah, it's filled with the hard strawberry
Sorry.
candies that old people eat.
No.
But it is filled with a very light lavender scented water that is incredibly refreshing after your endeavors and your battles, as you get the bonuses of a Hero's Feast.
Oh yeah. I do love feasting.
Yes.
All right. There is, or does anybody else want to say anything else?
Well, I don't know what to say except I really do truly love you all.
I hope nobody dies.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
we
hope we all
haven't
make it
lost
out in
yet.
the end.
I mean, we
I
have
mean,
not.
me and Ito, we lost.
That doesn't count. That's a
That's
technicality.
a single
We're really
combat.
Oh, we're going back. That's right. We get another go. Never mind. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
like I said, you failed. You didn't die.
No, you
Yeah.
suck. Shame. Shame on you.
They cast power word kill on you, both of you,
No.
and then
Aw.
and then disintegrate just to
Wait.
make sure you can't do anything.
No.
Tommy, why are you at half health?
I don't.
Did he fucking die again?
Oh, it's because I put the thing in a weird place. Sorry.
Yeah, make sure
Oh.
you. So underneath the sheet, there's the temp and the temp maximum. You can put the 11 in there. So, cracking open a cold one.
Crack
Yeah,
open a
A
cold
cold
one.
Fago.
Gosh.
All right.
Okay.
We should invite the insane clown posse to do this fight with us.
There is.
They're homies.
Yeah.
We need Violet J here, stat. It's your only hope.
Oh man, do I have time to put Juggalo face paint on this dragon?
Yes.
Yeah, we're waiting for Beaver anyways. I mean,
Can
we
we
might as
flip
well
that?
at 25 o'clock.
There is a.
Wait, he said he gets off at 5 and it'll
And
take,
take
him
him
like 10 minutes.
10
to get
minutes,
home.
yeah.
I'm saying it's waiting like 10 minutes.
But
that's what
you're
I'm saying.
able to rest, but there is, as you're eating, as you finish up your hero's feast, there is a heavy commotion as you hear what sounds like a dull thud at first, and then shouts, cries of fear as people sort of fall back towards the center of Magden's stand. Above you, as you step outside, you can see the magical dome glittering, protecting it as several of these manticore-like creatures slam into it. And there is a further dull thud as you see Bismarck lifts one massive claw and slams it into the head, into the dome itself, clawing at it. And slowly this one claw sort of comes through and then another as he is able to bring another claw down, and for one brief moment there is a tiny hole that shatters in the dome as it pulls itself alongside the White Tide Mother through, and they're both terrifying and glorious. Soaring high above Magden's stand is Bismarck, the White Tide Mother astride its back, its gossamer robe flitting and flipping in a violent wind, and it floats there, and so sort of slowly lowers itself as the White Tide Mother holds up a banner, a white flag that has several black, what look like marks on it, and a flaming heart. A parley, it seems. A meeting.
I don't trust that for a minute.
Oh boy.
I mean, we're gonna have to meet eventually, manner of speaking, right?
I mean,
Regardless, we should do it to potentially gain any information. Maybe just not everyone go at once.
well, if everyone doesn't go at once and then she turns on us,
I
half the
I
party
more
will end up
mean
dead.
like within speaking distance.
She
Be close, not like on top of her.
she does
Is she doing one-on-one interviews?
she does lower Bismarck, and she slowly float to the ground and land with a heavy thud about a half-mile outside the walls of Magden's stand. Adelaide turns to you, Ito. She turns to you, Henley. And she says, Ito, again, I think we should meet them. If, she sort of says, if it is the worst, if she were to do something treacherous, I would not. You need to be in this fight.
If she does something treacherous, you're dead. What the hell are we fighting for?
she sort of
The kingdom.
she motions to all the people around. You're fighting for them. You're fighting for you. You're fighting for Amelia and Mayora and Dags. If she does something treacherous and she were to take me and kill me, the kingdom might falter, but it at least wouldn't fall. There would be someone, adventurers strong enough to truly face her, remaining. Even so, Ito, I would have you join me as one of my chief advisors.
Well, that's good because I was gonna go anyway.
And she says, I suppose, Henley, you are the Emperor alongside me.
That
Again,
is true. I am, in fact, the Emperor.
Headley looks up, thinks for a moment. Right.
Adelindra
I mean,
strides up and she says, the Hussars will be ready to charge at a moment's notice, Your Grace.
okay. I'll ask Etit. Do you want me to come along to get her out if necessary? If at all possible?
I think the last time that a caster got close to this lady, we had a bad time.
Well, we're gonna get close to her no matter what, because
That's true.
I think... Yeah.
I'm
I
sorry.
think you're good.
Laura's a champion.
I think at this point, it's gonna come to blows, one way or another.
Joke's on you, she casts Feeble Mind on Ito, no change.
Got him.
Fuck.
In fact, he becomes more powerful because his intelligence went up.
It's incredible.
Oh shit.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you'd rather I stay behind, that's fine. And I know she does not want everyone to go.
I mean, I guess grab her and jump out a window.
Is there going to be a window?
You're going to meet out in the middle of a field, Henley.
It's true. He brings a window with him.
I'll pick her up and run.
I mean, fair point. I mean, if there's someone I trust to keep her safe, it's you guys. But the option is there.
No.
We'll make it work.
I don't think that's necessary.
Okay.
Mainly because, like, I'm gonna be real. If Colin just straight up murks us in the beginning, it's gonna.
It would be pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie, it would be pretty funny.
True.
But no.
Well,
I think the
I
thing-
hope negotiations go well. Though I
What's the
suspect it's going to
worst
be
that
a
can
more you
happen?
surrender or die terribly type of scenario, but you know.
All right. We got Henley. We got Gen. We got Adelaide, and we got Ito.
Well, good luck, guys.
Well,
We can do it.
You can sell or
Beaver has left Walmart.
Yay.
Permanently. He hates that place.
He does hate that place. He says
He wishes.
Costco treated him like shit when he was trying to get a job there.
no. Good luck, gentlemen and lady.
Beneath this banner, or you roughly grab a banner of your own as Gen holds it high and he walks forward At the front is Adelaide and Ito, and Henley follow behind him. The steps through the heavy swirling snows and through the dense snowfalls along the road seem leaden almost. Everything almost seems to slow down as you walk forward. You can hear an almost ethereal silence in the air. A magical silence that is provided only by the freshest of snows, only pierced by howling winds. No, this is me describing. There's not like magic or anything set in scenes. You can see the glowing form of Hasfadel as he kneels his neck down and allows the White Tide Mother to step off, and she waits patiently, her face completely stoic. As you approach,
How old is she?
she's only like 16 or 17. She's a teenager. She watches you as you approach, and Bismarck holds up his paw when you're about 20 feet away. I mean, paw. He has a claw. He holds up his dog paw. He's actually part dog.
Oh my god, he's a furry.
Now we have to kill him.
Yep. That's far enough. An echoing, crackling voice comes from her mouth. This very sound of glaciers pushing up against each other. The sound of like ice on a lake as you step on it. The faint cracking sound. The dark and nearly imperceptible language of the Raiders of Black Everfrost. One that, well, I think Reed would understand it because he can speak every language, but I don't know anyone here can speak every language.
I can speak a lot, but
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
No,
not
not as
there
much
with
as
my
Reed.
tongues.
Too busy with Delilah with her tongues.
Hey,
Hey,
baby.
I
How
gave
far
her.
are we
He gave
from
her the
Levis?
bone. Half a mile
Half a mile. And how far did he
within
let us-
sending stone range.
how
20
far
feet.
Did he let us approach? Okay.
20 feet. And yet, as the voice crackles, Bismarck is all too capable of speaking it, as he says, "My mistress greets you and commends you on your fighting prowess. You have proven yourself to be quite an annoying nuisance."
That's me.
But the Grand King's forces march ever onwards. His walk hastened by the snows of winter all around. Your people will freeze and die on this field.
We
But-
don't have to. You all can just stop.
Oh, you don't have to. Is correct.
So what's the plan?
We seek to right an ancient wrong, one perpetrated by her ancestors, as he sort of points a wickedly long claw at Adelaide.
This is Bismarck talking, right?
Yes, but it's translating.
Sure, but he is.
He's
speaking,
talking,
not,
yes.
Not her. Okay.
It
That
was
what-
your grandsire that marched into these lands and carved the heart from the Grand King's chest. It is Your grandsire that led an army into the lands of Black Everfrost and killed women and children. We seek what every aggrieved family would seek. Revenge. You need not all die here this day. Only one has to die.
Is it Ito?
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, you're gonna have
Kills Ito. Alright. We'll see you next year.
cut to black. Roll credit.
Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Sorry. If there's anything that I've learned in my travels throughout the world since we last met, or even before that, actually, because I was traveling then when I first met you, the sins of the ancestors gone, dead. It's in the past. It can't be affected. Revenge won't solve that. It won't erase it. It won't correct it. It won't restore it. It won't do anything. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't actually do anything. Nothing will be accomplished, nothing will be gained. You are coming here for revenge, and what about the millions of people that you've slaughtered to get it? Every one of them has families as well. Each generation will remember exactly as you have. And they will rise up, and they will fight, and they will die, and they will fight, and they will die. Every last one of them.
I'm gonna let you roll a persuasion check, but it is I believe it's a DC 35 persuasion.
I slap on the back for guidance.
Does he give me advantage by giving me a attaboy?
The Emperor has attaboyed him.
Yeah, I just got an Imperial attaboy. Does that give me advantage?
There's I may
That's
allow
advantage to a normal.
I may allow advantage.
I
If-
pipe up. I say that means get lost,
You're
Chili
not
Billy.
there. You're not there.
You're not there.
You're not there.
You're not
No,
there.
yeah, but he
I
would yell
wish.
it. Like, Vento would, because it's Bismarck. His voice projects. So you guys can probably hear one side of this conversation.
I mean, I'm already not doing much, so I'll be back, guys. I gotta go grab dinner.
Right, right, right.
32.
Close. But
What
Could
about
I
the
get-
guidance?
Hang on, could I get there? That was with advantage. Oh,
Kick
wait.
I'm
What is
kidding. He
guidance?
doesn't have
Yeah.
guidance.
who's there to cast guidance on?
I cast guidance
Adelaide?
from a distance.
Adelaide doesn't know
Adelaide have
guidance. No, she's a paladin.
Does Ito know guidance?
I can't cast guidance to myself, I thought.
Yes,
No,
you
you
can.
cannot. No, you can't.
Bullshit.
No, you can't.
I'm the Emperor. I say you can.
Fuck.
There you go.
Oh, 15 and 12. That was actually.
What's the range? Oh, it's touch.
Actually,
Fuck.
it just says one willing creature. You can touch one willing creature before spell ends. The target
Oh.
must roll DC 4.
I also
And
haven't
so
gi-
you can't
I
cast
also
that
haven't
yourself.
given him advantage. I didn't give him
Oh,
advantage.
Okay.
I
So
said
well,
I-
The first roll,
I got a 29.
well, the first roll was a 15 on that anyway, so it didn't matter.
I got a 29. If oh yeah, the first roll would be 15, so 32.
Yeah. Also, yeah, you can guidance yourself. I'm looking at the spell.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Interesting.
Huh.
I don't have guidance.
I guess
Oh,
that
well.
kind of defeats the purpose of the spell itself. It doesn't matter.
There's a few spells like that, unfortunately.
I don't think guidance is on the paladin spell list. I don't know if it's on bard.
I think it's on Bard, which is why I was asking.
Yeah.
Well,
What
if
level
Connor
is-
had picked, okay, I gotta check now.
What level is guidance?
It's
It's a cantrip.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, no, I don't have. I have friends. made
Connor. I need to see something. Just roll /1d4 and see what you get.
Cleric, druid, artificer.
Oh my god.
He would have
God
got it
damn
too!
Colin, what was that persuasion check for? If
Uh,
they just pack their
if-
bags and go home.
If you
They're like,
no,
you're right.
it's not pack their bags and go home. It is basically potentially the White Tide Mother could be swayed. Interesting enough, Bismarck can't.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
But she just sort of shakes her head.
I realize, does Bismarck have a human form that we've seen?
No.
Whatever he
Human
wants
noise
to be. He's
form.
a fucking dragon.
Yeah, it could be whatever he wants to be, but you've never seen a
Well, we've never
human
seen it. He's
form.
always been dragon. Okay.
Why would he sully himself with a human form?
Yeah, I figured that would be the thought.
That's gross and stinky.
Hell yeah.
The
Uh-oh, stinky.
White Tide Mother just sort of shakes her head. No smiles, no jibes. She's ever stoic, as cold, and
Do I get any impression that she even understood what I said?
you can roll an insight check.
Like, I get that it's common, but like, you know, I don't think we've ever even noticed her speaking. 21.
She seems like she understood you. She does, whenever you speak, she does turn and look at you. She seems, and she never has to turn or look at Bismarck. She never has to wait for him to translate. Seems like she probably understands what you're saying. Maybe she even speaks common, but she's not speaking it to you. Bismarck awaits patiently as she does at least ponder what you're saying. He turns and he says, "A proposal that may have swayed a lesser beast. You have our terms. Only one more person needs to die this day. I'll give you an hour to decide."
Alright, I stand in one spot waiting 61 minutes.
All right, roll for hypothermia.
I want to look at Adelaide.
Only one more has to die.
Was that her talking?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, well, I mean, do you believe that?
Sorry about that.
She says,
Fucking week they scheduled me to 5.
Beaver, shut up. We're having a moment.
she sort of furrows her brow and she says, "You know what? I don't think I do."
I will draw the lady's resolve. And I will tell her that if she believes it in any way, say the word. But I don't. I think that they feel we are guilt-ridden fools. As I said in my journeys, I've learned a lot about family and ancestors and the sins of those ancestors, and you can't do anything about them.
Were I to die this day, to throw myself upon this sacrificial altar, what would it solve? Nothing. Not
Wasted
truly.
a lot of my time, if I'm being perfectly honest.
It's like, wow, you wasted years of my life. You could have died somewhere else.
As a point of fact, can I ready a a spell to be cast, but can I know if I ready a spell to be cast? Can I turn that down?
Yeah.
Like, can I do?
You don't
condition
have to
trigger?
do it.
Okay. Because I want to ready a spell to be cast, but I want to be warned that it would be triggering before I cast it. If that's okay, is that okay? Because I don't want to cast it like immediately in case it's not worth it.
You're not forced to use your reaction. You can use your reaction to do it.
Okay, in the event that anything happens, I am readying Globe and Vulnerability at 9th level.
Alright, well. I
Just-
look at the.
Just
Go
in
on.
the case of anything
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
happening. But again, I would like to be warned before I just fucking. Anyway, Henley, you were speaking.
I tell them I do believe them. That only one more person has to die. The King of Black Everfrost. And I think we should leave.
Henley,
Oh fuck!
Henley, nobody was here for you to say that. That was profound, buddy.
Fucking rat.
Where is he's not here, right?
No.
It's just the time.
Yeah, that's why I said to them, so they know they can live.
Oh
And
yeah,
he
yeah,
can,
yeah.
He
Okay.
can just die.
Actually, hang on. I'm gonna turn around. I'll put my sword away. I'm gonna look at this will be the first time in all of our encounters that I will make eye contact with Bismarck, because I've always maintained eye contact with the Tide Mother. I want to look at Bismarck, and I'm gonna ask, what do you get if they win? What, like, this isn't actually your fight. You literally don't have ancestors that have died in this conflict.
Hospidel.
I mean, he didn't
He's
die.
right here.
He didn't
He's
die
right
in
here.
that conflict, though, right?
He's right
No,
here.
he died well. He died well.
Yeah,
before
dude,
that.
way back. It's like I've spoken to your kind, and I get that there's some admitted weirdness with the whole Bahamut situation, but still, why are you here?
I pipe it and I say, even Jin Long has come to our side.
Like, what do you benefit?
Get power as he sort of glows
Of what?
brightly. But
As
you,
a lapdog?
but he does
Damn.
glow brightly. Like I said, he's clad in the glittering black armor. Remember, he was not an ancient great red worm. He was just a red dragon before
Yeah,
this.
he's younger, right?
He's old,
he
but
one of the
he's still not an ancient great worm.
Yeah, of the ones we've met, he's on the younger side, I thought.
Not really.
Oh, okay. I'm just like, you know, I just I don't know, man. I know a thing or two about serving the powers that be. You never stop. It never goes away.
Jin Long lost her sight, and she still sees more than you do, Bismarck.
Dropping knives.
Can you see?
Holy,
That's canon. For the record, Ito just bent over double, laughing his ass off.
holy
I want
shit.
that visual.
But can Bismarck see why kids love the taste of cinnamon to the
Shut
front?
the fuck up.
Ito returned the Imperial Attaboy because that was good shit. Can I give Henley a charisma point?
Yeah, you.
Charisma point.
Oh
Yeah,
my god!
You can give Henley one charisma point, but you have to
One charisma.
you have to decrease your charisma by 2. So
Negative. Never mind.
Yeah,
Holy
at that
shit.
point I'll have a charisma of 11.
That actually hurt my throat. Holy fuck.
I think you should leave before he just
9,
tries to
sorry.
incinerate you.
A charisma of 9.
That was
Actually,
a-
I'm realizing that Globe of Invulnerability blocks spells.
it blocks
I don't know
spells.
if
If
that's anything with dragon breath.
if he wanted to breathe the fire on you, it would not protect against that.
Good to know. Ito wouldn't know that.
But
Anyway, so we'll meet back in an hour. Is that the deal?
you have
I
one.
thought we were actually sitting here for 61
Ow.
We're on
minutes.
55 minutes now. Okay. I just, yeah, I you know, obviously you're way too proud to explain your motivations to us peons, but I'm just saying, man, like, having seen you when you were stuck in the volcano, I don't see like your position is improved.
I mean,
much.
you already failed your persuasion check, Connor.
Oh no, I'm not trying to persuade him. I'm just talking shit.
But
Yeah.
you have 1 hour.
Won't he be cold? Isn't he a fire? Aren't red dragons fire? Why would you want them all covered in
It
ice?
doesn't work like that.
Don't work like that.
This is the
I
only,
would assume he get hypothermia.
this is the only way he can be hot.
Maybe.
Oh shit, that's fair enough.
All right, well, I guess we
I guess that
appreciate-
concludes
yeah,
negotiations.
we appreciate your offering of terms, but they're horseshit. So have a nice day.
All right.
It's weird that it was more easy to negotiate with Ursula.
Send in the send in the droid army.
Yeah.
All right.
Henley would be the raddest fucking Jedi.
You hardly need an hour to answer them, but they seem quite content to allow you your time. As she steps astride Bismarck's back and they soar back up into the sky.
Do they leave? Are
Yes.
they gone? I look at Ito and I look at Adelaide, and I go, I don't think I'm very good at negotiations. I go back now.
I will. I will pull the lady's resolve out again, and I will indicate to her I apologize. And then I will stow it.
Can you talk to her through your sword?
No, I was. Yeah. What?
Do you have to like? Do you have to like?
I thought
Do
you
you
were
have to like
talking to
press
the
the
green
blades to
lady.
your ear?
No,
I
no,
thought
no.
you
I
were
was
talking-
apologizing to the Emperor. Yeah.
I thought you talked to the green lady through the sword. I was like, that's kind of cool.
I thought about sending messages, but I really don't want to kill spell slots.
Green lady, you must be going through a tunnel.
Yeah, there's
I'm
negotiations.
getting, I'm getting bad reception
Yeah.
on my sword.
Tell Janice, call us back. We're going
All right.
into a tunnel.
Let's ride this fucking meat dragon to whatever
Alright.
end.
The mighty meat dragon.
Colin, this model
go.
or this is cool. It's really cool.
It's a big old flying dragon map.
Do you have more than this, or like is this? Did you cut it off at the edges?
I cut it off at the edges, but I could have made a whole dragon, but I didn't feel like that was
Nah, it's cool
necessary
stuff.
for the size of the map already, because it's like 50 long. That's a lot of feet, and especially because you can fight on like pretty much everywhere. The bones, the wings, the head, all of it. I'm not too picky about like, you know, it looks like you're kinda off one of the bones. It's like, nah, you're close enough. You're on the bones. That's the point.
This bit concerns me.
I mean,
Alright.
if you walk off in the middle of nowhere over here, you'll fall off. But if you're like down here on the spine, on the ribs, like, yeah, you know, looks like there's bone there. So, but
As long as it's got a moderate amount of, I guess, drawing,
yeah,
stationary move thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Adelaide is understandably, she herself almost seems to ponder it, but she doesn't believe that. And part of that's because, you know, of you, Ito. You know, your speech. She doesn't believe, like, it's just gonna end there. Are they liars? I don't know. Maybe
I mean, you do know.
maybe they believe that they're telling the truth, but
You don't rouse millions of troops and raise millions of miles worth of continent to give up.
you're also right. Were I to sacrifice myself, would it end there? Even if they turned around and walked home, would it end there? Would...
No.
The aggrieved truly be willing to let bygones be bygones? Of course not.
The warriors of Black Everfrost are. This is awkward to say, just because I know that they're legally distinct White Walkers, but they are people, as far as we know. Correct?
They are people.
Okay. I've always vaguely imagined them as somewhat construct-like.
Well, they're very foreign and ice-like.
Sure.
They're cold.
They are odd. Yeah, I've always imagined the Ice Warriors from Doctor Who.
They're something. They almost seem construct-like. They're so alien.
Okay, and is it? It's not like a real hive mind, right? But there's something like that, right?
No, they're not a hive mind at all.
Okay.
However, they do not seem to need sleep. They don't seem to need sustenance, at least not as far as you've seen. As far as you can tell, there's no supply lines. It's as if they subsist on the very snows and cold themselves.
That was my idea last year, was to try and cut their supply lines, and we discovered they don't have any.
But, she says, eventually, the channel will freeze over again, and tempers and wounds will rear themselves. No scabs can cover the hurt that have been caused over this past year. People that they've killed. But yes, she said her response is no. I don't trust them. I don't believe them. They might believe it, but I don't.
Okay.
Nope.
I asked the two of them. So what causes the ice?
They think they already fucked off.
I mean,
No,
no,
I'm
we're-
asking. No, I'm asking Adelaide Nito.
Yeah, we're back.
Oh, sorry.
That's a question for Klaus's shadow.
Okay.
Is it?
And
I'll bust out the Redeemer.
Oh, when I
Awesome.
get back.
I
do
think-
you hang on? Do you bust out the Redeemer?
He's always there.
Have I mistakenly thought he's
Is-
actually your shadow? Oh, okay.
It's basically his stand. Don't worry about it.
No, but
he's always
there.
dismissed, or he's okay.
He doesn't get dismissed or anything. He's always there. He's always listening.
Okay.
When I get back, I ask Klaus, what causes the ice?
I'll pull out the book and I'll consult it as well. I don't think it has any reference to that.
He says, well, it is understandably quite common for some ice to form within the Hoare Creek channel. That is obviously something that goes without saying. It is a bitter and frozen place, but for it to freeze over, not just enough for one person to walk across, but for an army to walk across, now that requires something unusual. Something that happens once in a millennium, perhaps, or maybe something that's triggered by some sort of magic, or who knows.
So there's a magical force that's causing the ice to encroach upon the land, correct?
Possibly,
Are you saying
yeah.
that the ice and the army is taking advantage of the ice. They're not causing it.
No. What I'm saying is that they're lying. Because even if we let Adelaide die, the ice will still envelop everything.
I've always assumed that they brought the ice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think even if we killed them, have Adelaide, I think the ice still takes over and they still win.
Yeah.
There's no peace through appeasement. I think they're
And
just.
also, let's be honest, if Adelaide dies, then they're just gonna have Rasul. The result's gonna be the same.
Well, if Adelaide died, I would assume it goes to me first, but then our soul won in a while.
I like to think the Redeemer gets excited and says, "Oh, we're having Heroes Feast," and starts eating.
He eats the leftovers.
He licks it up like Saltburn.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
This soup is creamy.
I need to watch that movie. It sounds very disturbing.
Klaus, warm up the bone dragon.
Klaus!
We have killing to do.
What about
Should
the Bone
we-
Dragon? Do we have that kind of time?
Should we even wait an hour or should we just go?
I mean, if they stayed within the dome,
I mean, we finna
Um,
dip on him, so
if they stayed within the dome, I say we jockey up and we go give them the answer very forcefully, you know? Not exactly like we're fighting fair, anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to fight them on their own turf, honestly. Plus, getting the jump might help us a little bit.
I don't know how we jumped
Maybe?
them with Hospedal, but you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, you go full steam
But I'll
ahead.
roll a stealth check.
Yeah, I'll roll. a
No,
stealth.
it's gonna be an athletics
Is
check
it-
to fucking haul bone ass.
I feel like he'd probably have disadvantage on that check.
Is it just us characters, or are there troops still?
Oh, there's troops still.
They're on the ground.
They're on the ground. They're ground troops.
Well, I mean, they're going to be fighting the bulk of stuff, and we are going to go,
Basically.
you know, cut off the head.
I feel like before we engage, we should probably give final words to them.
Speech.
You have at it, General.
Final statements.
I
I'll be right
can't
back.
even.
I need to use the
I can't
bathroom.
even talk to my own brother and sister or girlfriend. So that's what. That's your wheelhouse.
I'll give them a motivating speech as the Emperor.
Hell yeah.
I probably shouldn't do it. Adley should probably do
I
that.
mean, Adelaide's gonna do it. Adelaide's gonna do it. What are you talking about? More importantly, whenever she does it, she gives the benefits of inspiring leader because she has inspiring leader.
I
That's a
will be
made-up
next.
ability.
No, it's
I will
not.
be
It's
next.
literally the feat inspiring leader.
They're all made up abilities.
That's true.
Beaver. I mean, go- whatever your name is.
Listen. No,
My name's made up too, Rick. Joke's on you.
They're all made up abilities.
Tommy, do you want your fucking 20 free temporary hit points? Then you're gonna let her do her damn speech.
All right, that's fair.
I'm
Okay,
gonna-
have at it.
I gotta go pee
Yeah, with
first.
her
so.
stupid made up ability.
I gotta
Yeah.
go pee, so I'll be right back.
I gotta get a
Oh.
trisket for advantage.
Alright. The ultimatum has been delivered, and I am back from my pee. So, it's become quite clear to you that Adelaide, she herself doesn't believe it. Even if the Raiders of Black Everfrost, even if Bismarck and the White Tide Mother believe it, she does not. This cycle of hatred, you know, even if they agree to it and she kills herself, does it really end? Will it ever really end? Is there a point to that? She doesn't believe that to be the case. She agrees with you, Ito. It's just... it's not gonna end. So... her intentions are quite clear, and Gen obviously agrees with her. Everyone agrees with her. The idea of sending this young leader to a sacrificial altar is, you know, it was a non-starter. It is never going to happen as far as Gen is concerned, as far as Adlindra was concerned. Loyal to the end. But that does mean that in saving her own life, she may very well have doomed another 10,000, 20,000.
Does she voice that concern?
Of course she does.
I would tell her that she's wrong.
What, you don't think anyone's gonna die in the battle to come?
No,
They would have died anyways.
I think if any one of these people could have sacrificed themselves to prevent what is coming, I don't think they would have. We've come quite a ways. You've come quite a ways. You are not the silly naked girl that I pulled out of that tower.
She nods her head.
I think that you still have a lot to learn, but so do we all. But If any single person here, if their death could stop this from happening, it wouldn't do anything. Even yours, especially yours. Because a year, I don't know how canon long it's been. A year ago,
Yeah, it's probably been a little over a year because you didn't meet her immediately start a campaign. It's about 2 years to start a campaign, so.
a year ago, this land, the land that they want back and the land that we want to defend, it didn't have a leader. It had a spoiled brat who didn't want anything to do with the power she wielded or the responsibility that she inherited. Fortunately, for all of the people down ready to die for that country, that person isn't here today. And I'm very proud of that fact. Because I have
They are too.
I have a wife. I have a child. I have friends. I have servants. I have people. I have I have innkeepers. I have monks. All on my island. And at the end of the day, even though they may not be standing here on the battlefield, they're part of your nation. And you have shown up today to lead them.
She nods her head. You can see she still does have a little bit of a nervous look on her face.
If you're not nervous, you're crazy.
Gen sort of walks up alongside you and he sort of clears his throat and he holds up the iron crown as you'd be wearing this, Your Grace.
Who holds that up? Again?
Gen hands it to her.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think you do. I know that nobody's asking my opinion, but I'm gonna give it anyway. I get that that crown is ultimately what this war is about. It doesn't have to mean anything to you. What is a crown? A band of metal?
She nods her head and he says, I don't know what to say, except thank you, Ito.
Thank me when we leave alive.
You have been a patient and dutiful advisor. Far better than I could have hoped for. Far better than my father ever gave me. And she sort of turns. There's a small, not like a stage or anything like that, but there's a small platform. It looks like at one time it was probably perhaps outside stage for small plays. Maybe a crier would stand there. Perhaps at one point it may have served as a gallows, but now beneath these heavy walls it is a high point that Adelaide may stride upon.
Is Alakul here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can Alakul cast thaumaturgy on another person?
I mean, I'll allow it.
Thaumaturgy?
Yeah, it can raise your voice.
I don't think I have thaumaturgy.
Really? For some reason, I thought you did.
No,
Okay,
I
never mind.
don't.
Sorry, continue.
If you give me a long
Correct.
rest, I could do it.
Rockaway.
You get no.
I don't.
Thaumaturgy was a cantrip.
It is.
No.
It's a wizard cantrip.
Oh, you got to switch. Okay.
No. Wait. It's one of thauthose
thought it was
cantrips.
clerics. I thought it was
Thaumaturgy,
a
prestidigitation,
Yeah. I think
druidcraft, they're all
thaumaturgy's
kind of
cleric.
similar
Yeah.
thing.
I
Yeah.
mean, I imagine that, yeah, there's probably more than one class that do
I've
thaumaturgy.
never changed my fucking cantrips though.
Me neither. I did it exactly once, and I was like, nope, this fucks. I'm going back.
Alright. She climbs onto this stage, this squat stage, and she sort of turns. And my, oh my, how proud you should be, Ito, as her eyes have a fire that burns within it. Her voice raises, and though it is not magically amplified, the crowd falls silent as her words carry across them. And with fierce determination, you can see that she is not the child that she was before. She has risen to heights only this group could have lifted her to. No longer the petulant, whining child that you met so long ago in that tower. Now the holy emperor of Stalreich, clad in the accoutrement, carrying the blade at her side. She bears no crown upon her head, and yet she does not need it, as there's an air of authority that just seems to rise from her, and her voice lifts to the skies, and people listen as she tells them, I was a child when this war started. An absent ruler, one that paid very little mind to the needs and the wants of my people. I would not be surprised if each one of you had turned and fled instead of standing and fighting. But here you are, and here I am. For too many months, I have let you bleed and fall for me. And now I ask that you allow me to bleed with you. Stand by my side, and we will drive back this force that would take our home. She is radiant in this moment. And there's a brief pause that like a silence that falls across the crowd before one person lets out a cheer. Then another cheer. And then cheers erupt all around. Alright.
Jesus, Colin.
What? Everyone gets 20 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's her inspiring
Go
leader.
beyond maximum.
It is not added to your maximum because but it is beyond your maximum.
That's right.
It's
That's
temp.
right. That's right. Okay. Yeah. I forgot.
So it does stack with Hero's Feast because one is a maximum to your hit points and one is a temporary hit point.
How much do we have now total?
Total it's 31
different
points
thing.
of,
Yeah,
but it's two different
maximum
things.
and temp are different.
Yeah, I got you.
You have 11 maximum and 20 temp.
Yep.
Okay.
Her inspiring leader affects everyone in the crowd, even Gen. This ancient, wizened dragon nods his head in approval. The hour passes, and Adelaide is sure to be there waiting whenever the Great Scourge falls. Bismarck the Tyrant lands on the ground beneath the banner of the Raiders of Black Everfrost. And he, with a low rumbling voice, says, "Well, what is your answer?" And with a strong voice, she looks at the White Tide Mother, and Adelaide says, "You will fall beneath our hands today and be trodden under our feet." And she just turns and walks away.
Yes.
I would
Excellent.
like to real quick jog up to Adelaide.
She said, "Well, I said something cool. I'm not gonna go back and say anything."
No, it was really cool. But
Step on me, war mommy.
you just gave a rousing speech to your troops and the people of your nation. And upon your head was no crown. Do you plan to let it exist in the vault and collect dust?
I am the crown.
You are the crown.
Fair enough.
That rusted piece of metal isn't much. It might mean something to them, though.
I mean, she'll fight with the crown on. She's more than willing to do that.
I wasn't sure if she was
It's
issuing entirely.
I mean, it's a wise idea. The crown is a magical item that offers
I forgot about
protection
that.
and stuff. So,
Buddy, I forgot about that.
like, it's not the type of thing like you want her to go without. It's more than just a symbol of authority. It gives her +1 armor class and like thorns. So,
Sure. Okay. I forgot about that.
but she turns and strides away, and for a moment you expect the heat of a dragon's breath at your back, but they merely leap up into the sky, and
Is Bernesh here, or is he on the boat?
Bernesh is on the boat.
Okay. Is the boat gonna?
The boat
We're
is
too far inland, right?
yes, and also the boat got fucked.
That's right. That's right.
The Iron Trove came back, limped back essentially.
Okay.
But you wouldn't be deep enough in to do any cannons or anything like that. All right, Klaus,
Yeah.
it's your time to shine. You and the Redeemer's time to shine. Even now, atop the walls, you can hear cries. As you approach from the half mile in the distance, you can see a line of an army of Black Everfrost, far larger force than you've ever seen before, all concentrated, a line of archers and these massive behemoths in black, these knights of Black Rime, sappers carrying charges, and at the head of them you can see a man. He has pale skin, wispy white hair, and burning in the center of his chest is a heart, you think? A fire of some sort. It blazes brightly. The King of Black Everfrost, girded and strengthened by the heart of Hasfidel. Show players. There you go.
Wait,
Ooh.
he's hot? You didn't say that a
Ooh.
year ago. Hold the phone, buddy.
I mean, what did you think he was gonna look like? Old?
Yeah, actually, I
Yes.
legitimately always pictured like
Suddenly, Ito
Arthas-
flips.
Yeah, it's
Arthas
like-
with a beard. To be honest,
Like, oh, never mind. Oh, he's
I
hot.
mean, Klaus was in his 30s, dude. Like,
Klaus is gonna seduce
was-
him. He's gonna get all of them.
Ito's
yeah,
standing over there
right?
like,
he
conquer
wasn't
me,
exactly-
daddy.
He wasn't exactly a twink, but like, I
No,
mean,
It's like
Zaddy doesn't have to mean, Gen Z daddy. It could be zombie daddy,
it's crazy how good like AI art has gotten.
It really is.
It's
like-
so weird.
It's crazy. Alright. Already you can see them marching towards you. And up into the sky, up in the sky, you can see the red tyrant Bismarck flares with fire. As you can see, his body seems to erupt in flame, so bright and so hot you can feel a wave of heat from nearly a mile up in the sky that washes over the entirety of Magden's stand, as it begins to soar and circle overhead.
Seems almost daunting, doesn't it, Albert?
Well, looks kind of puny by my standards and my recollections.
It's average to me.
It's downright massive.
Let's let's say you and I knock him down a peg or two, maybe a couple thousand feet.
Tag him.
He thinks
Pegging?
He thinks that's grand.
I think pegging's grand too.
But yeah,
Yep.
compared to the beast that is Hosphodel the Scourge, even in its, lesser form of being decrepit and decayed, Bismarck is but a ripple, an echo, offspring, sprung from Hosphodel's heart, that is a pale imitation, a funhouse mirror. Like I said, I don't want to go into the lore. You already know that the dragons popped out from the chromatic dragons came from the heart of Hosphodel, so it's a pale imitation, and that's
I
also
read that document.
that's also possibly why the King of Black Everfrost has such control over Bismarck, because he has Hosphodel's heart.
Ah.
Makes sense. I might as well go ahead and tell you what it is now, because it's not like you can do anything to change that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right.
So let's say we take this watered down lizard and push him into the dirt.
All right. I think you read my mind, as suddenly the almost from like the shadow of the Redeemer, bone, like a head begins to push its snout out, as pulling from the vault, you are able to bring forth the reanimated carcass of Hosphodel the Scourge. It's obviously not complete. It's got mostly missing bones, realistically, and in other places it is just other bones that have been filled in, various dragon bones, but large parts of it, including its skull, are intact, and it's covered with purplish scales that almost seem to absorb light, and where the eyes should be, there are two glowing yellow, almost they look like jewels, burning bright within the darkened sockets, as it lets out a rumbling and deep and terrifying roar. A roar so low that it's almost imperceptible. It's almost infrasound. As slowly,
Jesus, that's terrifying.
one winged
Actually
arm
scary.
pulls itself out, and then another. And it expands as it goes, and the bones pull themselves into a grim Dracolich of Hosphodel the
They
Scourge.
making like slurping and popping sounds as he's making his way out.
Probably. As it makes slurping and
Gross.
popping
Love it.
sounds, Gen
Excellent.
as it makes slurping and popping sounds, Gen just kind of shakes his head and says, "Rap music's got weird." But it takes only a moment before dominating the landscape outside of Magden's stand is a creature that is unlike any you've ever seen before. Now fully assembled, Hosphodel the Scourge takes up maybe a quarter mile to a half a mile. It's huge. Asphodel the Scourge is huge. And this is him in a diminished form, what you could recover in a symbol of him. And his eyes sort of turn and glow, and you see, Klaus, fear almost seems to grip you. There is
it fear of Asphodel, or is it something else?
well, it's fear, all right. As you realize in this assembled dragon, there is a sentience.
Oh no.
No, who would have guessed?
You can feel
What kind of sentence?
the burning beneath it, weakened but not completely gone, perhaps never truly able to be destroyed. The hatred of Asphodel the Scourge, his hatred of humans, his hatred of the world, his hatred for everything that is not himself, the progenitor of dragon greed. And I want you to make a wisdom saving throw with
Oh, boy.
with advantage.
Woo!
Unless you can think of something else you want to do.
Give him
Right.
a kiss.
You can feel him almost try to dominate your mind.
Oh, God,
Damn.
this is
Oh, what the
so
fuck?
hot.
It's not.
Oh, well, fine. 19.
What are you talking
Well, I already have advantage. I don't
It's
think there's really
fucking
much else I
beaver,
can do to add to
dumb.
it.
I give
space
I give him
Oh, 20.
guidance.
Well, that's
I
pretty
give
good.
you a D4 guidance as well.
I also give him an imperial attaboy.
Alright, so that's a 22 total with guidance.
Alright. Enlil's gonna be a commissar, so. It's weird because you'd think he'd be an Ogren. You can feel it wash over you. And you can feel it begin to probe your mind. And you, in a sense, can see its own mind in a way. You can see a vast landscape of like vast burning landscape. You can feel glee as it remembers chasing humans and elves back to their fucking caves in the mountains. A hatred, but one you're able to resist, as there is a even larger looming presence in your mind, as you can feel almost like a wall of as Vecna asserts control over this undead beast.
Ooh. I'm gonna send a message to Aruna and be
Oh,
like,
boy.
I think he's not gonna sit this one on the sidelines. I think Vecna is here.
There
Oh,
is
boy.
This
a tremendous
whatever we do,
satisfaction.
we're gonna have to do this quick.
A tremendous satisfaction that washes over you, Klaus, as you have given yourself a weapon, but also delivered unto Vecna very powerful undead thing.
Oh boy.
Come back. Sorry.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Asphodel?
So whatever we're gonna do with it, we're gonna have to do this quick, because this is going to be very tough to rein in.
Asphodel awaits your commands, Klaus.
What a sentence.
The dragon god
All right.
stands still, its glowing eyes upon you as it awaits your commands.
Imagine you're.
I'm going to mount the dragon and I'm going to stare down Bismarck.
Imagine you're a dragon.
And I'm going to give you guys a moment. If you guys are going to hop on, you guys
I'm-
can hop on
Yeah.
now. 'cause I'm
As soon
about
as
to
I see
fucking
you
jump.
hopping on, I just fly on.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah, because I'm rearing to jump. So like anybody who wants to come on now needs to come
Yeah.
on now.
I'll get on.
Be alright.
Where's
All right, let's
Gen?
get on.
Gen stands at the front gates alongside Adelindra. You can see there is the troops that are inside are gathering up their gear to walk out. You can
Probably fucking mortified.
there's a definitely terror over them. Like I said, Henley felt the fear. There's a reason why the Redeemer wanted an army that could not feel fear. Henley felt it. It washed over him. But they prepare themselves. You know?
Yeah, I would say it's no bueno.
Did we ever give Gen an earring?
Yes.
Is he on the group chat?
Yes, he's
He
on the
could,
group chat.
it wouldn't be too hard to
Okay,
say like, yeah,
Would we be able to send like just pure emotion, not like any kind of particular message, but just like an emotional thought to somebody over the earring?
Sure, why
You're level
not?
20. I'd say you could, yeah.
I'm going to send Gen just like straight worry and like fear from me to him. But like fear of like what could happen to me as I'm about to jump into this shit. But like yeah.
Gay fear.
Yeah, like a
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Siegfried's just over there like, what about me?
What about me, man? You think it's
I
the
didn't-
earring? I'm sorry.
Motherfucker, I didn't just suck your blood, I sucked your dick.
It's like,
That's the most rousing battle speech I've ever heard.
But no, he
I sucked you dry more than once.
he looks at you and he just sort of nods his head. He gets the does seem focused largely on the battle, but whenever you get whenever you're back, he sends you a vision of retiring to a bed and breakfast in Vermont.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah. But
Send out all the apple pies.
you watch him. You look over. You can see he's standing next to Adelindra. The Hussars are sort of arranging themselves behind her to ride out. You can see Abigail is there as well. She is currently in her Warforged form, not transformed, but she is the mount of Adelaide. Well, you already knew that. We've already been over this.
I know. I'm saying
it's
base.
so cool.
Do you want-
It's base,
Kar-
goddamn.
Karakwa, do you want to say anything to Abigail?
Caught me at a bad time.
All right.
Transformers, roll out.
Luciel,
Yeah.
Luciel, and
roll out, babe.
Luciel and Lyra do. They pat her on the back, say, "Yeah, we knew this lizard folk. He brought, he inspired us, but we're gonna talk to you instead. Fuck him."
Call
Hell
message
yeah.
from the Klaus.
Yeah.
I asked Klaus if Gen's a bottom because he really took a pounding from the king pretty well.
Ah!
I tell her. I tell Abigail that as we go by and everything, that I will see her again after this is all over.
On
As
the
much
other,
as I can say.
on the other
Not on
side,
the other side. That has ominous meaning. I will see her again when this is all over.
I think all the heralds should get together for a party afterwards. What do you think?
Harold Kahn! Harold Kahn!
Harold Kahn.
Harold Kahn!
Who the fuck is this Harold? He's such a cool guy.
Amazing.
I'd like to speak to
All right. As you approach Adelinder, you can see, one, roll me an insight check.
Ooh, do I have to? That's spooky.
She's double pregnant.
No, I just want you to see what you notice.
She's actually triple pregnant.
She's turbo pregnant.
She's like Octomom but natural.
You can see as you approach.
She should not be on a horse.
You can see. I guess Alakul. You also see she is straightening Branson's coat. This coat that's carried him all the way that's been with him since almost the start of the campaign.
yeah.
One that he's parlayed into positions just by merely looking a little bit better than his station. He's risen up from like a lowly gate guard in Casal, all the way up to second in command, serving beneath the flaming Hussars General Adlindra. And she sort of straightens it. This beautiful sort of greenish coat with black sable interior. And Ito, you as you approach with your insight check, there is affection. There's more affection there than would be shared between just a leader and a subordinate fellow soldiers. There's a spark that you had not seen in her face for decades now. There's a love there. Branson is, half of her age.
Branson's the main character of the campaign.
It's true.
Branson is like in his 20s and she's like in her 40s, but there is
That's pretty poggers.
a love there.
Branson clearly knows what he wants.
I'll say.
I think the name for this episode on YouTube should go, "This is Pretty Poggers."
I would approach, but I would let them have their moment.
All right. She does, finishing sort of straightening his coat. She checks the tack on his horses, makes sure that the bit and bridle are secure. As he steps up, placing one foot in the stirrup and lifting one leg over the saddle, placing his hands on the saddlecock, he nods his head and he rides out at the head of a large contingent of hussars as Adlindra turns to you. And she is, still... She's still Adlindra. Always Adlindra. Despite everything, she is Adlindra. She always has been.
Damn.
That's rad. You got a good banner. I tried so hard to get a fucking banner for the Hussars.
I'm just glad that AIR has gotten to be where, like, you can kind of see she's older, but she's not old.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
So right now, what people are
The
trying
fingers
to do,
too.
what people are trying to do as a challenge is to get a specific Ed boy from Ed and Eddie. It really struggles with that. It understands the idea of Ed and Eddie. It cannot. It's really having trouble giving you one of.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, Connor. I'm gonna let you take about 2 or 3 minutes to think about what words you want to say to Adlindra. They could be your last. She is riding off into battle, but the young master is here, and I have to pee, so I'm gonna go see them real fast.
Before you leave, I have 2 quick questions.
Yep.
They're quick answers. Is my sister here?
Yes, Valdira is here, but she is not in a fighting role. She is like a valet.
Follow-up question, because I realize this might be very important. What happens if I die?
If you die,
you're dead.
You're like, what do you mean?
Does it go to Valdira?
It will go to your now currently unborn child.
It would go to the son, okay,
or daughter.
Child.
Yep.
Child. Okay.
It will go to the child.
If the siblings got skipped over,
I wish for a gender reveal.
Siblings,
that is my 9th level spell.
Sibling, were you to not have a heir on the way, it would pass to Valdira.
Because it's not gendered. I don't think
it is not gendered. But since you do have a child on the way, it would pass to them. If there, all on top of that, there would be, even though it's not like a legal necessity, there would be an expectation that if Valdira took over, she would take care of your wife, essentially.
I see. Okay.
But
cool.
I'm gonna go pee and visit the young master real fast. All right, so that's what we're back. That's what you saw. You saw, like I said, a touching, tender moment between Branson and Adlindra. Maybe she's finally found some love that was deprived of her so many years ago.
Colin, you can't
Everyone's
kill.
looking at Ito.
You can't kill either of them. Just kill Reed and his girlfriend instead.
Cora's not here. She's back at the monastery, so.
She could just die though. You're the DM.
She.
True.
It's like, oh no, she has a stroke.
I'm not gonna
Damn.
have Cora die. I'm gonna have her dog die, and then it breaks her.
Damn.
No!
Oh no! Don't you dare touch that dog! Don't you dare touch that imaginary dog, Colin.
The dog hangs itself.
I mean,
we've already proven we're not allowed to harm imaginary dogs.
the dog already lost a leg, so
Colin, we've put up with a lot of bullshit, but that's too far.
joke's on you. Wait till you find out why the dog lost the leg, because they had to eat it.
Oh no.
No.
That's not true.
Good.
That's not true. I thought about it, but I'm just gonna say it lost it to drow poison or something. Alright. You wanted to say something, Ito.
It's because the drow ate it.
I want to walk up to her and
She turns to... I wish I had more, like, lady voices, but I don't.
it's the
Yeah, so she says, "Hey there, Ito. It's me, Alindra.
Hey,
Hey."
do you want some fuck, Ito? Hey, climb on board. I give you a good time.
Turns to you. Well, Ito, what a long way we have come. What would Yondar think?
we can ask him.
I mean, he's not here right now.
Do not waste the spell slot on that, Connor, you son of a bitch.
When we're done, it sure would be nice to
I don't... She sort of says, you know, to tell you the truth, I don't think I've met his kid yet. I'd like to do that.
She's nice. I think he's training her up to be the musician that we weren't.
Well, I was never much for playing an instrument. She was a singer, so...
Yep. But you and Branson, you look nice. You look happy.
She smiles and says, he is an optimist. And there's been a lot of nights where I've needed an optimist around me.
I think there's a lot of nights to come where this entire land could use an optimist. So I'm glad that you found one.
She kind of smiles and says, well, I'm something of an old maid after all, so...
Right.
It is nice to find somebody.
I've forgotten. Adelinder's slightly older than Ito, right?
Yeah.
Like a little bit, like a couple years.
Yeah, like a few years maybe. Like I think how old is Ito? I thought it was 10 years older that she was, so
I was 35 at the start of the campaign.
So yeah, she's
36.
like she's about 10 years old.
Okay. But you look happy. It's nice seeing you happy, in spite of this.
I will be happy when all of this is over. I can retire. I think I've earned that much. I like to fight, but I've seen enough fighting for a lifetime at this point.
I agree. I wish we didn't have to. It seems we don't really have a choice.
He just smiles and says, life's like that. But she nods her head and she opens up her arms. Give me a hug, you little shit.
Oh.
Yeah, give her a hug, and I say that I love you.
She sort of smiles and says, but what would your wife say? But then it quickly says, but I love you too.
I reach into my vest and I want to pull out.
He's got a gun! The Hussars attack you.
I pull out a small on a chain, and inside that vial is some sand. And I hand it to her, and I say, "This is sand from the beach of home, and I'd like you to have it because you will always be welcome."
She smiles. She takes it. And there's a pause as she says, "I've never been to your island." And she hasn't.
It's better.
Well,
It was in a place. It's been better. Things are hard, but it's still home.
well, I shall have to come visit when all this is said and done. I'd like to meet your wife. Oh, the stories I could tell about you to her.
Don't.
I think she would like
It would
that.
be
Actually.
worse.
No, I think she would enjoy that.
I won't share the worst ones, don't worry. Remember that time you pooped into a drummer's drum and they played it for 3 months thinking that something was wrong with their upper lip?
No! No, I don't remember that.
That's nasty.
Oh, that's man.
But she sort of points her head. Well, I won't forget it. Never.
As long as it makes you smile.
Fondest memory.
Fondest memory. But
I think no. Hang on. Real talk. Adelindra's fondest memory is Ito coming back into her life just so that she can slap him across the face.
that's true. Remember that classic scene where Adelindra or Ito came back into Adelindra's life?
Oh man, I fucking realized it literally 2 seconds before.
Alright, but she nods her head and you can see Abigail as she's done talking to Karakwa, assuring them that they'll have to get together for HeraldCon.
HeraldCon, let's go.
HeraldCon 735.
Let's go. Where are we gonna hold it at?
The 4. You know what you're gonna hold it? You know where you're gonna hold it at? The gnarled tree where Dillamond is now in the roots.
Yeah.
Where she sacrificed herself to save the city.
That's where we're gonna put the ball pit.
Right in front
We're
of
gonna
her.
put the ball pit right there.
Use some mold earth to turn it into concrete first, just for safety.
You put the ball pit in front of her, and she comes back to life just to turn around and walk away to the other side of the tree. Like, screw this. This sucks. Getting an
Is
extra hour in the ball pit.
Is Valdira like?
She's around, yes. Obviously she's available, but she's a non-combatant. She is like a valet / note taker. So even so, if you like lose and this gets overrun, she'll die here. You know.
Yeah. I would find Valdira.
She positively teems with excitement. She's young. And to her, she's invincible, as well as, the army. Thought that this she could lose, that you could lose, that Adelindra could lose, has not even passed her mind. She's just mostly excited. There's a lot that's going on. And she's a long way from home.
It's good to see her like that. It's good to see you.
Long way from fucking the Stable Boys.
That's a fucking album name. Where's Jason Isbell with that one?
I know, right?
I would approach Valdira. I would say, I'm not here for a speech. But I do have news. And a gift.
Of course.
It's good to see you. You look to be in better spirits than before.
I've gotten to see an entire world that I barely even knew existed. It was books. It was, always just. And now I'm out here, and not only am I out here, I'm, I'm part of something big, something important. Like, I thought, my world was the island and the island boys, and now here I am.
Nobody give it to him. No one. Not one of you.
Personal valet to the High General of the defense of the largest invasion that this kingdom, this country has seen in millennium and will likely never see again. It is an exciting time to be alive, even if it is a little bit scary.
I kind of reflect for a moment of how I felt when I got to see the rest of the world.
I mean, it was exciting.
And I would tell her, I'm sure she knows. Well, she might not actually. I feel like she probably left the island and stopped talking. But I would let her know that she's out of the line of succession. So if I kick it here, she doesn't have anything to worry about.
That is a weight off my shoulders. I was never much of a leader, I don't think.
I think you would have done better than you think.
Well, I don't suppose we'll have to find out.
That's true. But I will give her the same gift I gave to Adeline.
Sand? I can just go pick this up on the beach. The fuck? Is this a Gucci branded sand?
It's from home. And while I think you will enjoy your time away as I did, you are always welcome back. For any reason and from any length of time.
I mean, she takes it. I mean,
it may not mean much now. It didn't to me. But it may mean more later.
I mean, it is home.
It is home.
I'm fucking with eyeball light animations.
I noticed that.
I was trying to see if I can make a good eyeball light animation for it.
I'll give her a hug, and kind of give her a
that is
predator,
a cool animation though.
Give her a predator handshake, and I'll say, "Be safe."
She says, "Well, I'm just gonna be back here. You're the one that needs to be safe, brother. But be safe. You have a lot to come home to."
Yeah. And that's it for me. Thank you.
Alright. Important stuff. Good role playing. I'd give you a point of inspiration if anybody remembered to use inspiration.
I'd like to cash in my inspiration for the campaign at this juncture.
Okay.
Yep.
What are you cashing it in for?
Well,
for a free sandwich.
Yeah, I think I have maybe 3 or 4 at least, so I think that's worth a McDouble.
All right. If everyone wants to cash in their inspiration and drop it to 0, I'll change the important die to a 1 or a 20.
All right, who wants to go in on the mail to
choice.
send Ito a McDouble?
But no, that's it for me.
I heard if you cash enough of the menu, eventually you get like a McRib.
I mean,
you have to wait.
They still do those right now,
Connor. It was a nice and an excellent role-playing moment.
Thanks.
But that offer was not a lie. If everyone wants to remove their inspiration for this fight and the next fight, they can have their important die be a 1 or a 20.
Where do we have our inspiration listed?
Would we give up 8 advantage rolls to get 1 guaranteed fail or 1 guaranteed
or 1
success?
guaranteed success, not or 1 guaranteed critical success. That could be a divine
True.
smite. So you could
Could be.
do that. It could be a.
It could be anything.
It could be a critical
be right back.
failure on a saving throw for
Oh, we
White
could
Tide
pick
Mother.
it- We
or
can make it into a
Bismarck.
1, and one of us can pick it on this first attack we do and fail it.
It's true.
True.
Awesome. We can do it that way.
I feel like 8 advantages is better.
It is good. It is potentially better, but it also relies on you remembering, one, to use it, and also being in a situation
Yeah.
where advantage will benefit you.
Is it only advantage, or could we apply it to disadvantage on something against us?
You can't apply. It's only advantage.
Okay.
So like a saving throw, if you need an advantage on a saving throw or an attack roll, but you couldn't say impose disadvantage on a saving throw for the White Tide Mother.
Got it. Okay.
And her saves are quite good.
Yeah.
Are quite good.
Yeah, I mean they're final level bosses, so basically all of their saves are
I
very
know.
good.
I just wanted to make sure you didn't say they aren't quite good.
They are.
because
They're
you'd be
they're
a little
good.
surprised.
Anytime you're gonna go against something at the end of the game, all of their saves are gonna be pretty damn
We
good.
should just assume straight 20s.
No, but they do have weaker and stronger ones, but you can assume that they probably have proficiency in pretty much everything.
She can't save against an axe to the head.
I mean, that's true.
All right. I don't want to steal the spotlight for the whole fucking
Well,
episode, but I do have one more thing I would like to do.
You're not
I'd like other people to do shit for
everybody can do whatever they want, but you know,
I mean, I was on the dragon already.
they're already ready to go. So
Yeah, we're ready to go.
if you want,
True.
so you can, but no, that's fine. We play a role play heavy game for a reason, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we are bad at combat. Cracks one open.
and like I said,
That was very, very on point there.
Clip that.
I'm
Holy
not
shit.
I'm not like in the rush that you think I am. If it takes like 3 weeks, it takes fucking 3 weeks. You know, it's.
Colin, for the record, you did say you were in that rush.
I'm not.
Pretty sure
I'm not
you
in a
said
rush.
Before the new year.
Look, the Pathfinder 2nd Edition world is done. I haven't finished the player's guide, but it's done. I know the story. I know what I want to do with it. I know. The only thing I haven't added in is the flat top kingdom with the smart trolls. I haven't added that in yet.
Colin, you
Yeah.
know what? I fly off the dragon and I go fly over to my good buddy with his sweet jacket.
Hell yeah, Branson.
Um,
He initially calls you Bug Man, but he goes Bug Lady, Brood Mother.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's a big moment. Love that.
that is a big moment.
That's really good.
I
character growth.
I give Branson a hug.
All 4 arms.
Yeah.
All 4 arms.
Hell yeah.
He
And I tell him, it's like, you are not allowed to die today. I'm not going to look into your fate, because I know you're not going to die today.
he is touched by it as he sort of wraps his arms around you and he says, "Hey, with someone wearing a coat this fancy end up dead on the battlefield? Come on now."
Oh, Colin, why would you do that to us?
Now he's definitely
You're a
going to die.
bastard. He's so fucked.
Branson's coat just turns bright red.
Branson's coat
Oh fuck.
Over top a cross.
I'm a
on
test.
his fucking. Ah!
Yeah, he's gonna have like a grave marker on the
Colin,
coat.
Colin
with
like
the coat beyond-
shuffles over, picks up a notepad, and was like, "Shit."
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna tell you the truth, Alakul. I spent most of my life fighting my way up from being a poor kid in the cheap side of the city to the city guard, and I mean it was hard enough to do that. But then, I mean, I met you, and I met your friends, and you gave me this coat, and it's almost surprising what one nice deed can do for someone. All it takes a little bit of help, a helping hand, and looking presentable like this with a fancy coat like you gave me. Well, it got me pretty far. I probably couldn't have gotten very far without it.
Well, I guarantee I don't think we would be in this situation without you either.
Damn.
He sort of
So, I'm
straightens
Glad
his
to
coat.
have you along.
Look, after all this is done, I ain't never been to Bayaz Kumlahar, so you're gonna have to show me around. Cause I'd like to go visit it.
Okay, you and
Is it true?
you went out.
Is it true that they got like sand that's as big as the ocean, like as far as you can see?
Yeah,
That's
very
that's,
true.
That's crazy to me because I like look out on the ocean and it's pretty wild. But an entire thing of like sand, I'd like to see
Yeah.
that.
You and Adelindra should come.
Well, after all of this is, he sort of, he almost kind of blushes a little bit. He says, "Well, after all this is done, maybe. I mean, I think we're both due for a little bit of vacation."
I agree.
Oh, he's not dying. Adelindra is now.
Great.
She's
Shut the
not
fuck up.
Thanks, Max.
Nope,
Shut the fuck up.
Max has died.
Good.
I hope I do.
That way he can
No,
roll
Venta's
another character.
Venta's parents are dying.
Even
Yeah.
better.
But he
No, from the top row, fucking
Hang on.
smoke.
Hey, yeah, I was gonna say we can't start this fight now. We've got a few of Max's characters to bring back.
Joseph Smoke is there. He's like, "Hey guys, it's me, Joseph Smoke."
We all go, who the fuck is Joseph Smoke? And he disappears.
But he wraps his arms around you once again, pats you on the back. He says, "You better not die either, because I better see you after this fight, right? Like we gotta
They
have
can't kill me. I'm already dead.
you gotta buy me a drink. How about that?"
I can do that.
All right, because I might be pretty high ranking, but pay ain't great recently.
I understand.
Would you be surprised losing control of the capital's treasury means you don't get paid very well?
Ah, that's bullshit.
It's fucking bullshit. I'm gonna
Man,
we're
Amazing
starting
we have an army at all, really.
It's like I'm not even on a payroll at all.
we're starting a soldiers union. We're gonna strike right now.
Yeah.
Now is the now is the perfect time to strike for higher pay because they need
You
us.
guys are getting
oh
paid?
no.
Yeah.
But he
Oh no, we're the scabs. We've been the scabs the whole
We've been
time.
the scabs the whole time.
but nah, he
No.
Branson, I mean, it's hard. You know what, Amal, it's hard to believe what buying one coat will do for an entire campaign so many years ago.
So good.
That's true.
It was all worth it for the Bugman Brood Mother. That was really good.
Brood Mother. Because that is what Alcool is now.
My God.
Reed, you're
So
up.
wait, can we have him call him Bug Ma'am?
Ooh.
Bug Bam! But,
Bugman.
I-
Bugman is strong.
he'll have to visit you in your hive with a Skellion and your vampire's brood.
Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Yeah, I noticed he didn't mention that.
I mean, Branson doesn't really know that.
Branson knows I'm kind of dead already, but I'm still walking around. If that's all he
Yeah.
knows, who
Branson-
cares about?
Branson doesn't
knows
care.
that Alakul is trying her best, okay?
Branson doesn't care, you know? He's like, hey, he care. What, you're a vampire?
No, I did. I did tell Branson. He was like,
Like-
"You're not gonna turn me, are you?"
You're not sucking my blood? Hey, that's cool. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Good for
Right.
you.
Alright,
Yeah.
a nice touching moment. In the other ones.
I'll go
Reed.
talk, I'll go talk
Mine's-
to Adelaide.
Alright,
Hold on 1 second. Mine will be done in 30 seconds, Rick.
alright.
Alright.
I promise.
Uh-huh.
I have a letter
Badar calls
that
you
I've been working on the entire game. that
Badar
has
calls you the
changed.
N-word.
Yes.
What are you gonna do?
Anyway, Bert will
Jesus.
take the letter to
God,
Delilah.
would it be fucked up if like Badar appeared
the
and,
fuck up,
and he,
Colin. Shut the
and he
fuck
had
up,
he
Colin.
had your dad reanimated with him?
Shut the fuck up.
All
Anyway,
right.
the letter goes to Delilah, and if I die, she's allowed to open it. That's it. That's my entire RP.
She burns it because she doesn't think you're gonna die.
All right.
Shit,
Well,
that's-
if I die, everybody gets a sad letter. Congratulations.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Is that all you really want to
Wait,
do?
why does everybody
I'm
get a
killing
sad letter?
Aruna. I have
If
to
you're
get it.
gonna
I
die,
have to
we're
get the
probably
secret
all
ending.
gonna die.
I'm
I
not.
have to get the secret ending. I'm killing Aruna.
I'm not a. I'm not a talking
no.
character, so I'm good.
Delilah says she wants to slop up your soldier soup from the bottom of a bathtub.
I don't like that.
I'm so glad that
I
Colin
hate
let
you.
me had my moment.
All right.
Man.
But is that all you want to do? Send a letter to Delilah with Bert?
Yeah. That's it.
I mean, she's gonna
And
open
if-
it right away. Are you fucking crazy?
Yeah. Well, she can open it up if she wants to. She can open it up as we're flying off to our fucking deaths.
Does Delilah seem like the person that would just leave it?
Oh, probably not.
No,
I
she
will
opens
abide
it.
by your wishes.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything?
Yeah, I'll talk to Adelaide.
All right. Adelaide is still a little bit beat up. Like I said, she's still from that fight. She got hurt a lot worse than you did. She took a lot more damage than you did, technically. I think.
Well, I took over 100 damage points of health.
She took 70 points of damage, but 70 points of damage for her is a lot.
Yeah, but Colin, I took 100 doubled.
I mean, Gen took like 300 damage in a turn and a half.
Yeah, Gen's a dragon.
Gen is a dragon.
Gen may be a dragon.
Gen walks up, it's like, "Oh, you took
Bismarck-
100 damage. I'm so sorry, little baby."
But but
Pulls out a
Bismarck
band-aid.
is a bad dragon.
Mm.
Doo-doo.
When we look at Bismarck, do we see a nondescript Coke can somewhere nearby?
It's
Yeah,
censored.
right in his
Yeah.
calicacy.
Okay.
It's not a tube of tennis balls.
All right.
No, it hasn't been
She-
a tube of tennis balls for a minute. It's a Coke
Adlinder
can.
is she's roughed up, but she's
Adelaide.
fiery. Adelaide is
Adelaide,
roughed up,
Adelaide.
but she is fiery.
I'm sorry.
She's like trying to order people around, even though she doesn't really know quite what to do. She is not a general. She's a leader now, to be sure, but she's still not a military strategist. Even so, she seems so amped up that she's like trying to get people into like formation and things like that.
I go. Alright. Now look, I can't die here because I have to fight a god in 50 years. So you're not allowed to die either, soldier.
I can't
The
die
Rizzler
here. I've
is
got
here.
things to do. Oh my god.
She, in her zeal, just reaches out with one hand and pulls you close and kisses you. And then she pushes you back and says, "I'm not gonna fucking die here."
You better not, because if you get into trouble, I have to jump off that dragon to save you.
Well, I hope that it's low fucking hanging, because I don't want
I
you
don't
to
think-
die trying to save me.
I don't think it will be. Have you seen? It's huge. I don't want to be up there.
Listen to me. She looks at you, clutches you. Says, "We're gonna get through this fight. We're going to rule this this kingdom."
Are we though?
Yeah.
Isn't Ursula gonna rule it?
No. Obviously not. Ursula's contract is for way down the line. Like I said, Ursula's patient.
Yeah, our fear wasn't that Ursula would rule the kingdom. It's that they're going to rule the kingdom.
Ursula's
eventually.
contract essentially is that eventually her offspring, or she will marry one of your offspring, and not necessarily even your son. It could be a grandson or a great grandson. But the point is,
Okay.
eventually they will marry into your line. But she
Is
says,
Ursula here?
no. Ursula is. She's an ancient dragon, so she could be a great fighter, but she would never.
I just wasn't sure.
She sent troops. There are troops
Something. I was
from
gonna
here.
say something about like protecting their
There-
investment.
There are absolutely troops of Beaz Kumlahar here. They make up a large they basically are a light cavalry and light infantry group, because they have like scimitars and they're like dervishes almost. But she is not here. She's not a fighter. She's a business person. They're a business person. But Adelaide says, we are going to win this fight. We're going to rule the kingdom. We are going to have a lot of children.
Oh boy.
And then we're going to die. But, you know,
Well, I
that's
hope
just
that
the way it is.
I'm probably gonna die first.
I mean, she nods her head and says, probably.
I literally have a death date.
You're also dumb.
I have an expiration date. Okay.
She says, oh, no. You will die. But it is when I say that you get to die, not when he does.
I don't think it works that way, honey.
She sort of says, it's gonna work that way. He can fight me for it.
He literally will.
Fucking Adelaide, age like 95.
He can fight.
Please.
He can fight me for
I'm
it.
so old.
Actually, she would be 69. Giggity.
God damn.
He can fight me for it.
Right, I said 50 years, right?
Yeah.
Or was it 10? Yeah, okay, 50. Yeah. So she would, because she's 19. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah. So
she would literally be 69.
Nice.
Yeah.
But no, she, like I said, she's like, he can take you from me whenever he is able to kill me.
That will be whenever he shows up. Probably.
Right fucking now.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's not about it. Like, fuck that shit. You can leave when you've earned the right to leave. She's Adeline.
Technically, I leave when I kill him.
But, yeah. She's Adelindra. She wraps her arms around you and kisses. She's Adelaide. It's hard. There's so many Adas.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's Abigail. There's Adelindra. There's Adelaide. There's too many. There's too many, Connor.
Sorry, I only named one of them.
There's Albert.
Colin.
Yeah.
Didn't name him.
I take some dirt and I rub it on her face. And I go, now no one can see the bruises.
Well,
There's also Al Jolson, Colin.
oh shit. Mammy?
No.
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 Look, we're not doing blackface here, so it's fine.
I go get on the dragon.
She
Alright,
waves.
bye, honey.
I get up on the Hydra's back.
She waves and says, bye, honey.
I smack Henley upside his head, and I say, you need to go back and kiss her.
She already kissed me.
Do it again.
She already kissed him.
Do it again, stupid.
She wears...
Do it again,
Look,
dumbass.
I want to watch.
Look,
I want to
no,
watch.
Adelaide wears the condom in this relationship.
That's an image.
I didn't see you kiss your wife twice.
Damn.
Connor didn't even kiss his wife.
Connor
Yeah,
got
I
her.
don't think
Connor
so.
knocked her
Damn.
up.
Connor literally got her pregnant and said, bye, ho. And
Look,
She
then
might
left.
already be pregnant for all I fucking know.
Well, it's possible. Oh my god, what if Adelaide is pregnant and you're if she dies, you lose your entire legacy.
Wow,
Wow.
that is a depressing thought.
And your parents are disappointed in you.
We're gonna put that away.
I have one final scene.
You can do anybody can do as many scenes as they want
I've
to
been-
do.
I've been
This
trying
is
to
more of a
ping Lou.
role playing
I
session.
actually think Lou might not be here.
This is more of a role playing session because you're going to the last 2 fights. It's the end of a 4-year-long fucking campaign. You can take it role playing.
I thought we were on 5.
Call it's 7:16 this morning. Are we even doing the fight this? You know.
Probably not. I'll probably have you roll initiative and
Oh,
then
yeah,
we'll start
I
there.
I kind of assumed we weren't fighting.
I'll probably just have you roll initiative, and I might have you do some groundwork for where you want to be on the dragon, because it's not just Bismarck and the White Tide Mother. There's some complications that will arise, and you might want to be on different parts of the dragon.
Venta, do a scene.
Why gotta go and make things so
My
complicated?
with my mom and my new girlfriend.
Because
In the last session, they're not here.
the
I'm
reason
there.
is that things are so complicated is because I base a lot of my Dungeons and Dragons fights, especially as we get higher up, on video game fights where you have like AoE places you can't stand in, like a Final Fantasy XIV raid boss. Or objectives you have to do in the fight, because just fighting stuff, just hitting stuff, it gets boring. It's nice to have like objectives and movement and things like that in a fight.
I played Solasta, the tabletop or the isometric RPG that's built off of the 5e open source rules. And holy shit, is 5th edition just that? Every single fight, it does just become walk up and roll until something dies.
That is why I like
So
adding in AoE. And one of the nice things about Pathfinder 2nd Edition is they have a thing for that. That's what hazards are in fight. Is they have an initiative. They like can shoot out like cones, and you can disable them and things like that. There's a whole thing for them. There's a whole setup for them for hazards in fights, or hazards as fights. So,
all right.
but yeah, no. We'll do that setup, but it will not, even fighting, even delaying it till next week. Next week will be one fight, and then the week after that will be a fight. So,
And then we have an epilogue the next one.
yes, either
Yeah,
that.
man, I feel like we're gonna need like 5 or 6 epilogues.
I don't think you'll need, I don't think you'll need 5 or 6 epilogues. I do have the epilogue in my head though. I've spent months. No, I've spent at least 2 years thinking about the epilogue. So, all right, but final scenes.
All right. Well, I've pinged Lou a couple times.
You said you gotta like, go pick up dinner or something like that.
He did.
that
That
was
was
a- he's
that was
been
a
back.
while
He's
ago.
been back from that.
Yeah.
But I pinged him. But if I would like to take a spell slot, and I'm going to cast Sending to Amelia,
All right.
and I'm going to tell her to go to the balcony outside of our bedroom and reply once you've gotten there.
All right. You don't have to wait long. Maybe before she says, "All right, I'm here."
When she says that, Ito disappears from on top of the dragon, and I'm going to use my Nova Knight armor to appear on the balcony of my home, and for 6 seconds I'm going to kiss my wife.
Are you gay?
Look at this guy. This guy kisses his wife.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm gonna let
kiss that mouth. You're just kissing the men.
the Nova Knight armor work like that. That's not how the Nova Knight armor works.
We
but-
talked about that.
Well,
I asked if we could adjust it, and you said I could change it to appearing in my house.
I'll allow it, but that does mean you don't have the bonus of the Nova Knight
do
armor
not
in the
have it.
fight.
I am. Yep, it doesn't have that ability. Yep, that's fine.
So you've lost your astral leap ability.
Yep, that's fine.
That being said,
I did,
you'll get
I
the.
did it for the RP.
Yeah, I know.
That's okay. Yep.
She says, "Oh, sorry, wrong balcony." Just got so many. She is there in the radiant sunlight. It is a stark contrast from the frigid cold of Magden's Stand. Here on the island, it's unseasonably cool, but it's always warm here, you know? So, it's unseasonably cool, like, man, it's only like 75 degrees instead of 90. It's fucked up. But it's
Man,
still
she
warm
takes-
outside.
She takes 3d6 force damage. No,
Alright, that causes her to have an abortion. Well, shit.
there it is.
That's so fucked up.
she
No,
takes
so
she
yeah,
takes
I-
she takes 3d6 stare damage.
I'd take the Nova Knight armor, I'd kiss her, say I love you. Then
She doesn't even have time to respond before you're gone.
Damn.
But as you fall away, you can still feel her arms wrapped around you. Literally, you pulled them off as you disappeared.
it was a good moment.
It's a beautiful moment. You now have to take care of an invalid.
But no, we talked and I changed it to that for that exact scene.
All right. But you do lose that Nova Knight armor.
That's
Oh wait, that's not true. You have -1, so you have 5 more uses of that Nova Knight armor.
What? That's had 5 uses this whole time?
It's had 6 uses this whole time
I've
because it's a
never
number.
used it 'cause I
it's-
thought it was 1!
It's a number of time equal to your proficiency bonus.
Connor finally learns how to read.
I've never... Oh,
So it's
man.
been between
Connor's gonna be looking
4.
at me like, wait, there's a crossbow?
It's between 4 to 6 for this whole time because it's if you read it, it's equal to your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, alright. Balls.
Connor,
Okay.
everyone in here, you know what I need? Hold on. Who's good at Colin? You clip the stuff for me, right? The sound clips.
I can.
All right, I'm looking up. You fool, Gilbert Godfrey, right now.
It's not me, I've tried it.
I mean, I
How is
can't.
that not
I
in
wouldn't do
here?
it right now, but
I'm gonna find it and I'll have you do it later.
okay, I'll worry about it later.
Alright, that's my scene.
All right. Does anybody else have any scenes they want to? We've had a nice scene from Alec Cool. We've had many nice scenes from Ito. A nice one from Karakwa. We had some nice ones from
I want to go to
Henley.
Madame Vesty and get a tarot reading. Can I do that?
You
Are we
wanna
just-
what?
are we stuck?
That's gotta be a bad idea.
She reads your tarot, and the 6 of Swords comes up. She's like, "You're gonna take 6 dicks in the next year."
Oh, man.
Based.
You
She
better
looks at
get
the card
ready.
and says, this one just says something about your car's extended warranty.
Madame Vestia is obviously on the airship with Nipsey, which is going to be partaking in the battle. And interestingly enough, maybe I'm going to add a parallax airship to fly underneath its dragon. That'd be pretty cool. I could do that. Because I can make it go any direction. But it has to repeat, so I don't know. Because I don't want it just going over and over again. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But the point is, Madame Vestia is on the airship. It is on the Skyweaver.
Put it on the same layer as the dragon, but like make it really small so it looks like it's below.
It would
They
be
get
a,
back and forth.
it would
Like-
be on
like-
a
like-
it would
like
be
side
on
to side.
well it would be on the level but above the ground but beneath the dragon because it's already 2 levels.
Oh, I thought you were trying to make it like move with the dragon.
No, it would pass beneath it. And it would probably not pass. Like, it would be a ambient thing almost. But the point is, she's on the Skyweaver, as well as everyone else. No, Lincoln is there. You want to use Lincoln's poison, or would you like to use Basilicus Stouthammer's rune crafting?
No. Just
Nope.
the tarot.
Nobody's ever used the access to poisons or rune crafting.
I have used the
Nobody's
poison.
used them.
Colin, you also said they don't work on these fuckers.
I mean, against the fucking dragon, no. Against,
That's what I mean.
I
Like,
guess against.
I would have sought that out against them if they worked.
I guess the Raiders of Black Everfrost also no.
That's what I'm saying.
They got a lot of damage resistances and immunities.
And I did use it. I used it
I think
like
you
twice.
actually revealed that to us like the day we used those poisons too.
They
Like,
they
we got those poisons, we used them, and Colin like out loud said, "Yeah, that's not gonna do much."
they got a lot of damage resistances. All right. You want to get a tarot reading?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So Madame Vestia, before this last fight, before this may be the end, I want to just have a reading done.
Oh my god, it's like
All
hold
right.
on, let me pull up my tarot app.
No, you say that, but I literally am pulling out my Taroka card app. All right,
Fuck.
I'm gonna go pee real fast and get one more beer. One more beer, because the Panthers lost.
You gotta
One
be
more
fucking
beer.
sober.
But-
You gotta be
I'm gonna go
sober
pee.
enough
Who's
to
that?
play Monster Hunter.
That is
Dude,
true. I mean,
do a
I
scene
am. I am
after
gonna be that.
Venta.
But I have to go pee
Involve
real
our
fast.
roleplay scene.
To
Are
be
we actually
honest,
playing
Reed
Monster
would probably not be thinking about too much about talking, and he would just be sharpening that fucking dragon blade.
No,
That-
fuck off. We've all had roleplay
You got. You
moments.
got.
You have one.
I have to
Besides,
pee, so
I-
I'll be right back.
Really?
Is Venta
It's like a
ready
side
for
grade.
his Taroka reading?
Venta is ready for his Taroka reading.
All right, I do have a website that actually pulls that does Taroka cards. So we are going to move from north to south, east,
I
west,
hope Magnus Taroka reading is better than Trump's.
or from north to south, then west to east, and then
I wonder
finishing
what
in
she
the
told
center.
him.
Madam
wonder if he believed
Vestia deals out or holds out the deck for you to place the 5 cards into a cross formation. And then, starting with the topmost card from you, the northern card, you flip it over. You find that there is a card that depicts a man wielding a sword. The Berserker.
Berserker. Sorry.
My love for you is like a truck. Berserker. Would you like to making fuck? Berserker. A brutal and barbaric side of warfare. Bloodlust. Carnage. Bestial fighting. And then she reveals the bottom card.
Again.
I can't read that card. Oh, okay, I see. It's hard to read these cards.
She adjusts her glasses.
Yeah, she has to adjust her cast like. You find the Temptress.
The
I think-
Tetris.
Wait. Colin, are you sure you aren't just pulling stuff for Hedley and Adelaide?
I mean,
You got Berserker and Temptress.
I mean, it might be. She's not a Temptress. She's a Berserker too on that dig.
You got the himbo in the slot.
Truly,
She
the modern day star-crossed lovers.
a
right
struggle,
there.
a fight, bestial in nature, and yet one who has been compromised, led astray by temptation, foolishness. Reveals the third card. Ah, she nods her head. The Enchanter. Inner turmoil. Confusion. Fear of failure. False information. A fight. Temptation. Fear of failure. The fourth card. She nods her head sagely. The Miser. The Miser, one who hoards resources, one who keeps their wealth to themselves and doesn't share it with others. And the final card, the Raven. A fortunate turn of events. A portent for good.
That's good.
I mean, the final
Nice.
card was a portent for good. A fight. Temptation. The desire to hoard resources for yourself. But ultimately, a good ending. That's what the Taroka cards read. That was from Taroka.com. where you can
Hell yeah.
draw a high group of. You can draw Taroka cards, which is pretty neat that you can
Hashtag
do that.
Not a sponsor.
Not a
But
sponsor,
still cool.
but literally, like I said, it literally is a Taroka drawing, which is neat. And it's different every time because I've reloaded a bunch of times to see. I like it. I
Nice.
like it.
So happy.
All right. She tells you that she sees struggle and trial, but the Raven is a fortunate outcome. But she warns you not to be. Don't be stingy with your resources.
Spend those spell slots. I got you, sister.
Spend those spell slots. No.
God, that's what we need. We need a soundbite of Colin just saying that so we can keep spamming it.
Spend those spell slots. Use them. All right. So it's not really that. It's a pretty, like, fortunate and upbeat Taroka reading. That's pretty good, you know.
That's good.
And considering it's drawn completely from random, from this Taroka.com website, that's just, you know, pretty good.
I wonder if that's not what they had access to back then.
This session
I know.
Crazy, bro.
at Taroka.com.
This session brought to you by Manscaped.
Did we?
Dude, Ultimate 5000.
Did we drop Raid Shadow Legends?
Well, you
Yeah, they
don't
fucking
always have the
suck.
same one.
No,
Wait,
I
wait,
don't
that
know.
was
Raid
right.
Shadow Legends trap does.
Hey, I saw they added Xena to Raid Shadow Legends, and I'll be honest.
You
I thought
fucking
about
what,
Did they
mate?
really?
it. Yeah.
They what?
Yeah. Hold on.
Amazing.
Yeah, Colin, we need to take a pause for a second while we
Uh,
figure this out.
Hold on, no. This session is brought to you by the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Oh no,
Amazing.
Oh fuck!
not the
The
Mormons.
Mormons are everywhere now.
No, the Church of Latter Day Saints.
Yeah, they like ladders.
Ah,
Shut up. I hate you both.
Like it's roofers, really.
Jesus.
All right. Venta, you got a reading. Was there anything else you would like to do?
No.
Like I said, there's
thank you, Bank. I don't know, that was insightful.
there's not a lot of Ventas centric NPCs around here. Most of them are on the island.
Yeah, I had a moment with my new girlfriend and mom.
And mom.
I mean, yeah.
wow! Max stars and a skull. He is hot shit.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, you could make out with Madame Vestia. She's like 100 years old, but she looks like she's like 25.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh
mean-
god, is she like the Red Witch from fucking Game of Thrones who takes off the necklace and becomes Granny?
No, she looks like Sibylla from Kingdom of Heaven. So
Hell yeah.
she looks like
Oh.
Ava.
She
She
takes
looks
off
like
the- she
she looks
takes
like
off
Ava
the-
No, wait,
Green.
hang on. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. She is actually Sibylla, right?
Yes, she's
like,
her
You
picture
just used a
is
photograph.
actually.
Beaver, what did
Ava
you say?
Green.
She takes off the necklace and becomes a what?
A granny.
A granny.
Yeah, Granny.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
God, I love the movie.
It's a great movie. But all right, last anybody else want to do anything? Otherwise,
Yeah, I think I want to do a scene with Aruna.
Oh yeah, baby.
all right.
Yeah.
By a scene, you mean a combat?
I don't
You never know with us. You never know.
This sounds like a couple motherfuckers gonna go talk to Baba Yaga.
How did you say
No. That would have been me and
Probably not.
Aruna.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's true. Alec
Yeah,
Cole's already got deal with
I've got
Baba
enough
Yaga.
spooky. I've got enough spooky, powerful people to fuck with me. I don't need to drag another one into this mess.
That's fair.
I like that Baba
Yeah, I'm
Yaga.
gonna approach Aruna.
I can't wait for Baba Yaga to make an army of vampires thanks to Aruna.
Hell
Or
yeah.
thanks to Alec Cole.
Horrifying.
I think it's fine.
There you go.
I mean, I don't care.
This is
Not,
Hell yeah.
That's the
big
deal.
fat, not my
that's
problem.
what I have to say about this game, guys.
I mean, I said
What-
vampires can stay there,
Tommy.
so
Tommy.
I can come and go as I please.
I forgot to put the sensor up.
You know what?
Tommy.
You know, Tommy, you know what fucking Baba Yaga has to say about
Wait,
that?
hang on. Is that how you play Mancala?
Yes, that's the only way to play Mancala.
That's
Wait
how
a
you play
second.
Mancala right there.
No wonder Laura didn't want to teach me how to play. She said she was really good
Shut,
back in the day.
shut up. Let Klaus have an Aruna scene.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm distracted by the man Kala that I'm seeing before me.
Shut up. In 1975, I walked Bob Dylan
Oh.
out on stage. Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you? Talk to Aruna.
All right.
Hello.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Runa. Is there anywhere that we can go away from prying eyes and ears of all sorts,
What the fuck?
That's
of
that's
any
like,
and all sorts?
that is possibly the most ominous thing you've ever asked me.
Oh, just wait.
I
We haven't
mean,
even started talking yet.
on the airship,
Hey, check out this Amari mini I painted.
I'm gonna beat Colin up in about 5 seconds.
Badass.
You should eat it. On the airship, technically, the Magnificent Mansion is on there. We could go in there.
Awesome. Is that like a?
You're- but the problem is you're not alone. There's still a vampire Thrycreen on there.
He can come out for like 2 seconds.
As a treat.
Yeah.
As a treat.
Yeah,
Get
as a
a
treat.
little bit of sunlight. Gotta get that vitamin D if you're a vampire. You know.
True.
All right.
That fucking video, Tom.
That poor vampire Thrycreen has been on that mansion because I can't remember his name, so he's just been stuck there.
His name
Okay,
is
so
Bob
we're gonna
Dylan.
go. We're gonna go into the Magnificent Mansion.
Two may enter, one will leave.
What?
Connor, I see that you posted the Proto-Men Keep Quiet, and yet didn't remark whenever during Adelaide's speech, The Fall was playing.
Damn.
Didn't
He's
even
muted
notice.
I
himself.
knew that sounded familiar. I knew I'd heard that before. I was like, no, it sounds like the Proto Man, but I could not put my finger on it. Is it the weird album? They only have like 2.
No, it's on
No,
Act 2.
they've got a lot of albums.
They do
What are you
have
talking
they do
about?
have like a night with Queen and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
it was
They're
it was
weird
from Act
albums
2.
as in like cover albums and stuff.
Yeah, we're still waiting for Act 3. 12 years later.
Well,
It'll
good
come
news.
out.
I'll be seeing the Proto Man for the second time 2 weekends from now.
I mean, they're
Vaguely.
great. Oh, Ito, what were we talking about? You didn't notice. You didn't notice that The Fall was playing when Adelaide was making her speech.
I did.
I'm surprised nobody commented on it. But that's a scene that's a song and scene I've had in my head for like 2 years.
The
Damn.
fall's good.
Man, this is
I
a great conversation, me and Klaus.
All right,
are having.
Klaus and
I
Aruna.
did both
Right?
of those albums. They're
Klaus
so
and
good.
Aruna, you're talking in the
Yes.
Magnificent Mansion.
Oh,
It's
okay.
magnificent. It's a mansion.
Okay.
There's a Thrycreen there. He sucks your blood. You die.
So I understand that you and I have had our ups and downs, so to speak.
Honestly, I feel like you've had mostly a lot of agreements and a lot of things.
Well, yeah, lately. We've both
Lately.
been making decisions. We've
Hold-
both been
hold
making
that thought, we're
decisions
about
for
to have a big one.
the greater good of, I guess, the greater objective that we share. But at the same time, both of us have come across things that we'd rather, if we were to choose, we would not have chosen, I guess, what's happened to us. You know, I didn't originally choose to take on the Eyes of Vecna. You know, this was thrust upon me, and this is going to take a lot out of me to maintain control over Hospedale. The chances are very good, Aruna, that I could lose myself in this. And if I do, you're the only person I can trust to ask this. I need you to destroy me.
Jesus Christ.
Like
I know.
without any fucking regard for me. Don't try to save me. Don't try to save my soul. It is about keeping Hospedale and Vecna away from the playing field. We can only deal with so many. We can only deal with so many enemies at once.
Do I not have a say in
Only
this
touch them.
conversation, Klaus?
Ah, fuck! You're here too, Alex.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
Obviously.
he's kind of a creepy fucker when it comes to privacy.
Ah, you listen to me, Runa.
Yeah.
If Klaus goes, my tether to this world is lost. But I've come to terms that whatever absolution awaits me is whatever absolution awaits me. I would ask that you pass a message on to my dear niece should it come to that. You tell her that I hope she defends our beloved home, this beloved Dixie, whatever.
God.
This fucker.
You
Fucking-
defend our beloved home with the same zeal that I defended it with, even if I did not have the wisdom that she has surrounded herself with. She wants you to say,
Yeah.
hey, you know,
That is
I hope you because at the end of the day, you remember the Redeemer's whole thing was like, I'm
Mhm.
gonna defend the kingdom. This is my home. This is my family rules it. He just, you know, the way he went about it was not great. He wants Adelaide to defend it with the same zeal, but with a little bit more wisdom.
there's I don't think ever a time we've been in agreement, but that is something I could definitely pass on.
But should we survive this fight, I would like to pass that on myself to her
Of course.
before I make my final arrangements to pass on to whatever great beyond awaits me.
I would like to say that I don't know exactly what is going to happen to me or us. I'm gesturing like to me and the Redeemer. Like, I don't know what's going to happen to us after this, but
I can feel a
just be prepared for any eventuality.
skeletal hand clutching at me.
Well,
Well, that hand's probably going to be grabbing for both of us pretty damn soon.
the
So
simple
we have
fact
to
is
we have to be ready to sever
Yeah.
the connection to the weapon of mass destruction before it's just let free.
So in other words, the thing I've been worried about all along, I'm the kill switch.
What do you think? Okay, what sort of continental breakfast do you think Vecna offers?
God.
Shut the fuck up, Cole.
I'm a big fan of Aruna. If this goes really bad, I need you to kill me. Yeah, alright, fam. Got you.
Yep.
I mean,
You know, I bet Vecna has a whole bunch of
Holy shit, what
oatmeal
happened?
raisin cookies.
I need
Oatmeal
the
raisin cookies that you
Yeah.
think are chocolate chip, but
I
they
need-
turn out to be raisins.
I need the eyes to be that big because Klaus has a special action you can do with Hospital.
Hell yeah.
I kind of want to see, and I need you to be able to see how big it is. So
all right. Here's the deal. I will come through on my end if it comes to that. But if we make it through the situation, we'll do everything in our power to stop. I guess release Vecna's hold on you. This is agreeable at the very least.
I do appreciate that.
And as
But
much as
don't be afraid to sever any ties to me if it comes to that. I don't want you to be afraid. I don't want you to hesitate. I need you to do it. And I need to know. I need to hear the words from you that it can be done.
do I call him? I know I can remove the Eye of Vecna. Do I have the juice now to like destroy it or sever it or like banish it?
right now,
Yeah.
like literally in this moment, of course,
I mean, at any point.
at a point, you could banish it. You could not destroy it.
Okay.
You could send it to the bottom of the ocean, so you know it might. Maybe nobody will ever find it, but maybe somebody will. But destroy it, you don't have the power over a god.
Also, is it going to kill Klaus to have them removed at this point?
Not necessarily, no.
Not necessarily. As much as I
That's
don't
good.
like Albert, also getting dragged off by Vecna is not exactly the greatest fate for anyone.
He has seemed like he's surrendered himself to whatever absolution awaits him.
Yeah. Well, that's more wisdom and conscious thought about the good side of things he's ever done.
But most importantly, after you win. If you don't win, he'll
Yeah.
be pretty pissed about it.
Yeah.
That's all he's ever been about is winning this fight.
The question is, at this point, do you think everyone else will agree if I, turn on you if necessary?
Probably.
Or do you think that no one's gonna understand?
Honestly, I think Reed might have some objection. I think he's been trying to redeem me in some ways, but I'm sure he could be talked down.
Siegfried and Gen are pissed until they start kissing each other.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
make sure you set those two up on a blind date or something, because I mean they're gonna need to work out some frustration. I'll leave some KY jelly on the bedside table.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
The question is, Klaus, if it comes to that, do you think Vecna's gonna take you being killed lightly?
No. But that's not the point. The point is to get Vecna off the playing field.
Oh my god, can you imagine a fight between Vecna and Baba Yaga? And Klaus and Aruna?
Pretty sure we've
no.
imagined that for a while.
That's 2 souls to go heist.
Yeah,
I mean, Baba Yaga's not a god. So.
true.
So, like, we know that Harold Khan is going to be a heist, right?
Yeah.
Oh, heist.
Druid
So-
heist.
Soul
Druid
heist. Soul heist. Alright.
We
Ah,
have to
shit.
steal the tree.
It's a bit of a
I might
poignant moment between Aruna and Klaus. You're going to Aruna saying like, "Look, you might have to kill me."
Old Yeller.
Yeah, you might have to take me out behind the shed and
And maybe
God, what a gift.
maybe she will.
Does the dog die dnd.com?
And at the same time, Klaus, realistically, the most pressing thought right now, at least in the moment, is less about Vecna taking you over and more about Hosphodel the Scourge taking you over.
Mhm.
Because he is constantly.
Oh, he is he like on par with Vecna? Like could he
Well,
wrest
he
control
is-
from Vecna and control me?
Yes, he is a god.
Ooh.
He is a dragon god.
Ooh, okay. Okay, so I got oh Jesus Christ.
He's weakened.
I got two gods fighting over me like divorced parents.
He is weakened.
Great.
Hosphodel the Scourge is weakened, but he is a progenitor god. He's a primordial god. He
Yeah.
was a god before Vecna existed.
Yeah, so if anything, Vecna's getting me on the weekends.
He was a god that Vecna had to team up with every other god to kill. But he is in a weakened state.
That's good.
It's like I said, all this stuff is in your pamphlet about Hosphodel the Scourge, so that is part of the legend of Hosphodel the Scourge. Is that every god having to team up to kill him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The biggest crossover in Ice of Iron history.
It's true.
But yeah, I'm not going to be in the most auspicious of circumstances, so hard decisions will probably have to be made at some point.
All right,
So we have to prepare for any eventuality.
I'll have to save Hosphodel the Scourge taking you over till a convenient time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can we
yeah.
Can we get a one shot where we play as the gods fighting Hosphodel?
No,
Mike.
I'm not gonna make. I'm not gonna make fucking god character sheets.
Why not? Because you're a coward.
We're playing the Pathfinder Sarah game next. If you want to, we can do one shots in that. I do have small campaigns built for the Arcane Apostasy.
I was gonna say, like, could we do like small epilogue sessions, like the later years?
I mean, there's gonna be one big epilogue session.
Skyweaver, where are they now?
You will talk about. We will go over what you did and stuff like that. But the point is, that's not what's happening right now.
Yeah.
You're getting ready for a fight. Now, is that all you wanted to talk about?
Yep.
Yep.
I have to put
I'm
Klaus
good to go.
down.
All right.
He's my undead German twink, Dad. I'll do it.
How pro loaded him, Dad. I'll blow his brains out. All right.
I'm gonna fucking wish Klaus out of existence.
You.
No.
Now, is there any other role playing that needs to be done? Otherwise, we're moving on to going ahead and doing the setup for next week's fight.
Let's go.
Because it will be a big one. Like, it's a doozy.
Let's fucking do it.
Alright. You climb atop Hasfidel the Scourge. His back. His broken, decrepit, decayed back, made of largely his own bones, but various other dragon bones. The parts that are his are covered with his own scales. Purplish in nature, unlike any dragon you've seen. They almost seem to absorb light, instead of glitter. And Klaus, you direct it to soar into the vast skies, straight up at the burning beacon that is Bismarck the Tyrant, as the battle is met. Hasfidel the Scourge lets out a bestial roar, the same roar, it's almost infrasound, it's so low. It causes the very land to vibrate. Avalanches tumble down from great peaks as it vibrates the landscape itself, as there is a cry of outrage, of anger against Bismarck, its own offspring, its own kin. Its seed burst forth from the very breast of its chest, the great heart that sprung from him whenever he was cast down, where it landed in Rotsfjord Peak in Ertzig. These are a bunch of words that probably no one remembers, but they are campaign relevant. Because I don't imagine any remembers Rotsfjord Peak or Ertzig. But go ahead and roll initiative.
I'm not on the tracker.
Oh,
You don't need it.
Did I not add you?
let me see if I got bonuses.
Yeah. It's okay.
Bam. I need to roll the right Tide Mother, but I need to change. Wow.
You can always bet on me getting below 10.
No, I don't.
Boy, I rolled real bad.
It's okay.
I mean that's part of the way dice work is. Sometimes you fucking
Yo.
sometimes it's ass. Bismarck also
okay.
rolled pretty fucking bad considering what they've got for their initiative bonus.
Damn.
It's okay. Henley can
Roll it, Reed.
run and jump on the
Oh,
dragon.
sorry.
I rolled 1d20 this game. I rolled 1d20 this
All
game.
right.
And it was a
We
20.
got 3 melee characters going first.
Yeah,
We
but
got it.
Perfect.
but
Oh,
like
yeah.
Reed can fucking fly, so who fucking cares?
It sadly just takes up my first turn.
Reed runs up. Oh well, I've used all my movement to get to the White Tide Mother, and then she feeble minds him right in front of us, and he falls off.
Why would Reed care about Feeble Mind? He doesn't have to fucking cast spells. He just beats the shit out of whoever's in front of him.
If he gets feeble minded, he's so
Who needs
dumb
a
he doesn't
brain?
know
I
how
just need to
fight.
punch.
He got
Feeble Mind
he
makes
just know how to
useless.
punch. That's all he needs to
Keep
know.
swinging.
You know how to punch. What else you need to know?
True.
He has to go
Well, I have
like in
two thought
Waterboy.
when one thought do fine.
And
One
the
thought.
you know what?
Punch.
At the end of the fucking 30 days, he can make that feeble mind save again. Hopefully, by the time he gets back to Korra, he'll be normal mind.
I mean,
Normal
what
mind.
difference does it make? She's also basically retarded.
I mean,
Ouch.
she's not retarded. She's traumatized. She's got PTSD because she had to eat people.
Yeah, that would do it.
All right. So,
Underdark green is people.
interestingly enough, you can array as you soar up. I'm gonna put.
Hey, don't go over there.
Nope. One starts over here. One starts over here.
Power word eh. Knock it off.
Is she riding on a broom too?
No, she just has an innate fly speed because she's an
Oh, fuck
incredibly
off.
powerful wizard.
Wow.
Didn't you
What
say
a whore.
she's functionally level 30?
No, she's functionally
Okay,
level
good.
25. The king of Black Everfrost is level 30.
Good to know.
So she
I'm out of counter
Man.
spell range.
she
do I wanna be
she
in?
is 25, Bismarck is 27, and the king is 30.
Man, can I cast power word ambivalence, make them just calm the fuck down a little bit?
True.
That being said,
I still like a level 9 testicular torsion.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
you
Just drop that
Your
motherfucker
old
like a
dick twist.
brick.
I'm gonna go ahead, and even though this is sort of giving away stuff, I'm gonna encourage the group to
Dragon.
Stop giving away
No, it
shit.
doesn't work.
No, because normally I would describe this, but I'm going to describe it next week whenever the fight actually starts. You can think about, you probably want to array yourself between the head and both of the wings. Because if one of those wings were to, say, lose their magical ability to reanimate them, they would fall down.
Colin.
Not good.
I mean, I feel like this is also something Klaus would probably have some
Well,
semblance of
yeah,
an
but
idea
also
of.
it's gonna be described next week about like with the fight setup and how your things are going on. But I want you to think about essentially 3 groups. Think about 3 groups you want to be in, because each wing and the head is gonna need a group.
I mean, yeah.
And then
Which one's taking on Bismarck?
And then it will likely
I think it's just all of them.
it will likely converge together. The point of the fight is, but the point is, you're starting in 3 groups and you'll kind of converge into one.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine Klaus probably going to be at the head, right?
Yeah.
You could be.
I'd probably say like a caster on each wing, so put either Aruna and Karakwa on either wing.
We just had a
Okay.
conversation about how things need to be done if necessary. So I'm with you,
Yeah.
buddy.
I got you. That's
I was,
fair. That's
I was-
absolutely fair.
A beer
I
in
was
every
going
hand and a
to-
cap in every ass.
I was going to most likely shape change into either a pit fiend or some kind of dragon thing.
Okay.
So
You'll be able.
Runa was too, but she was like, "No, I want to keep Wish in case
You'll
someone
also
dies."
be able to do that ahead of time, so you don't need to spend time in combat doing that. You have prep time as you're flying up to it. So if you want to go ahead and do shape changes, technically, if you wanted to go ahead and cast like haste, you could go ahead and do that too, or polymorph.
Yeah, I'm
or anything
gonna
like that.
I'm gonna do that next week because I definitely want to remember I'm in my one of my forms
good.
and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Okay.
You've
best.
got prep time to do it. Yep.
Okay.
Colin, I have a class feature that lets me cast invisibility. Is that going to be a concentration thing, or?
What's the
'Cause I know
class?
you said I have to keep concentration on hospitality.
What's the
Hang on.
if it takes concentration, you cannot cast it. That is one of the
It does
downsides
not
of
specify.
What's the class
It
feature?
is it's Psychic Veil. I'm gonna copy and paste it.
Don't everybody move at once.
I'm staying up the head with Klaus.
I was planning on staying with them.
All right, 17 on Discord.
We definitely need to spread out more than that.
Yo.
You're gonna want to be in 3 parties, one for each wing, because just trust me. I'll describe it more next week, but the initial
Trios.
fight is going to be trying to disable Hospedel the Scourge.
Oh no. All right.
Not only that, if you spread out, you're less likely to be everyone being hit by the fucking breath attack of an ancient red dragon.
I guess I'll just. I mean, it doesn't really seem like it matters much. I'll be on.
Just pick a
Yeah, you
wing.
know,
Yeah.
Bismarck's over here, so I'll be on the left wing.
Pick a wing.
Pick a wing.
We should
Can't wait for-
definitely have some of the other casters back here too, though.
Yeah,
like-
just seeing where people are also going. I can be over here with Reed.
At the very least, this fight would have 20 wyverns if you had not actually
Jesus fucking Christ.
won the actual fight.
Holy fucking shit!
I mean, they're only challenge rating 6, but 20 challenge rating 6 things is a lot of shit to deal with.
Max, are you just gonna
Yes.
be in not one of the places?
Is Adelaide with us?
What?
No,
I'm on the horn.
she-
I'm on the head.
She is on the ground.
Max,
Okay, I
we were
figured.
talking about either the
Yeah.
head or the 2 wings.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the horn would be part of the head.
Motherfucker.
The horn is part of that.
Spread
I don't
out.
want to get hit by the breath.
I'm imagining Alakul just like it's almost over. It's almost over.
That's
it's
literally
almost
what I'm
over."
doing right now.
You're deciding which one you want to be on. There's the talk of being on each, either the head or either of the 2 wings. I've already talked about how I'm going to describe it
Well,
more
cool, we
in.
got 3 on each wing.
I'm going to describe it more.
We have
next
2 on
week.
one and 3 on the other, because that's a pet.
I
Yeah,
just
was gonna
moved.
ask if
I just
Steinhurst
moved.
is meant to stay on the head.
Steinhart's would probably be where Henley is. So
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
So we have
Unless
3
we-
on the.
Okay. Unless we have like an odd number somewhere else, then she can go wherever she.
that's
needs
true.
to
You
go
could
to.
send Henley wherever you want her to. I mean, she's kind of not a good attacker, but she's got 100 or at this
She's got
level,
90.
she's got 90 hit
health.
points. That's like 90 temporary hit points for someone.
90 temporary hit points.
90.
Yeah, I mean, she can go over with Reed and Karakwa.
Yo.
So that way there's like so there's 3, and 2 plus the 2 pets.
That's
Yep.
yeah. It kind of works out.
Yeah.
It'll work.
All right.
I'll do the shapes change stuff before when we start next week, so I can remember.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does
Cody.
What's up?
does Psychic Veil do concentration?
Can you do this thing that lets you shape change other things?
I can cast it on some. Let me double check with it.
Can you cast
It
it on?
is no shape change is a self spell. It can only target myself.
Is
You're thinking
there-
of True Polymorph.
I thought there was a thing where you can give it to other things as well.
I think
No,
that's
shape change is
Where
only
it's
for
like you give them
yourself.
like parts of animals or something like that, or am I thinking a different spell?
That might be something different. Shape change, I completely assume the form of something else.
Okay, because I was wondering if there's something you can cast on whatchamacallit, Steinherz, and she can
Yeah,
be something else.
that would be really cool. Turn Steinherz into an ancient brass dragon, but it only affects myself.
Psychic Veil does not require any concentration. You are just making yourself invisible. But obviously,
Hell yeah, then I'm gonna do that.
it does end once you do any like damage to something.
Also, dragons
Yeah,
have
but
true
it-
sight.
But
Dragons do
but
have
like,
true
serious
sight.
damage is not bad. Oh, okay.
Hey, it's the
Well-
it's the principle that matters.
It is the it is,
I mean,
but
shit, yeah. If it makes it even a little bit harder for anybody to hit me, I'm gonna do it. 'Cause
that being said,
I gotta
pretty
maintain
sure-
concentration on the fucking dragon god.
that being
so-
said, it is true sight within a specific range, so you could be outside of the range of Bismarck. Currently I've got them separated. She does not have true sight. The White Tide Mother doesn't have true sight.
Oh, excellent.
Who's to say that Bismarck isn't nearsighted?
It's true, he could be nearsighted.
He's old. He could have dragon
He's
cataracts.
old.
He
I
could
mean, he
be
could have taken
Dragon cataracts.
he could have
Yeah.
taken too many loads in the face and gotten too much in his eyes.
he's got near
True.
true sight.
Near true
Near
sight.
true sight.
Hey, he wouldn't be able to concentrate on finding any. He's a woman on top of him nagging.
Interesting enough, he's actually like near far sight, true sight. So he can only see his true sight only works between up to 30 feet, but if you're beyond 30 feet, he can't fucking see you.
He has near, far, wherever you are.
I believe that the heart will go on. All right, but that's where we're gonna pick up next week with you arrayed around here, fighting
Yay.
Bismarck and the White Tide Mother in the last couple fights. With interesting enough, Venta is gonna lead the top of the round. So Max,
Woo!
I crit my initiative.
you're gonna fucking be leading this off. Now, I will be describing things more in depth, but yeah, I don't know if you have a way to fly or not. But
I do not.
all right, that's not that big of a deal because it's not like they're gonna like only be out where you can't hit them. But there will be stuff to do. But we'll pick it up next week as we continue slowly inching onwards to the end of this campaign and onwards to the
Ah,
onwards to the Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign.
my God.